All right, yo, what's up, everybody? Mark the franchise here. I'm with my homeboy, my brother, the one and only official
Yes,
AE.
sir, man. Official AE in the building, man. How y'all doing?
We're having our in-house combos. This is episode number 2. Everything's gonna be going straight to social media platforms, YouTube, anywhere, everywhere.
Let's go.
But let's dive right in, my brother. Let's dive right in.
Let's do it.
Let's start from the rip, from how we met, where we met.
Oh man.
I just want you to know the experience when we first met.
Right, yeah.
I walked in while you were performing. I walked in.
Oh, you walked in when I was performing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Cause like I had my shades on too when I was doing that, and like I see like only like what I see in the front.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Whatever I'm at, wherever I'm doing, I'm just showing that show. Even if it's 2 people there, you act like there's 1,000. You know what I mean?
Dude,
and then you just be in that energy in.
That's the truth.
All the time. And I saw it too, and then when I saw you and you brought up your family, and I was like, oh, bro, this is dope. Like, I don't see anybody doing this, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's so dope. So I was like, because I was with someone at the time, and she's like, oh, let's go. And I'm like, no, like, let's just wait, because I want to see, like, half of these people. And I saw you came out with your fam, and I'm like, bro, this is fire. This is fire. Yeah, you put the whole kids out. I'm like,
I appreciate that.
That's so dope.
Like, anytime I've ever had an offer to do all ages,
yeah,
I don't care if it's a big event, a small, I don't care what it is. Anything I can do to have my kids there, I'm gonna jump all over.
You got to,
anytime.
Yeah. That's so dope.
But yeah, so like I said, the first event, it was at the exhibit gallery, I believe.
Yeah, in Fullerton. Yeah.
Okay, that's like it's a still active train station, though, right?
Yeah, it's still active because I think they only did the show really late because they know the train isn't running around that time.
Okay.
That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever performed at a train station too. I was taken back by that. I was like, what?
That was my first time doing anything like that. So when I got the opportunity, I said, well, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Anything. Like I said, we walked in while you're performing, and I'm gonna tell you like this: your energy from the first time I encountered you, to up until this moment, has never changed, big dog.
I appreciate that.
It's always been positive. You've always been in a good mood.
Yeah.
I was telling my wife, you remind me of one of my cousins. My cousins is always smiling, always laughing, always in a good mood.
Oh shit.
Always. So it's like, just that alone, I felt like we were family from jump.
Oh, I appreciate that, brother.
I feel like we're family from jump.
I love that. Thank you.
What I was really like humbled by and honored by is you stood to watch the set, and then after that you dabbed me up, congratulated me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, definitely.
Then you went a step further, and like you followed through.
Yeah.
And hit me up on IG. We linked up. Like it just a lot of artists will say things but won't follow through.
Right. Exactly.
You've been about your business since day one.
All the time. Gotta be.
Dude, since day one, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about. That's what I wanted to bring up, and maybe you can express, where does that drive come from? Where does that passion come from? Because before you answer, I don't think there's been a day where you haven't promoted. And I mean,
every
shouting
day.
out songs, dropping reels, releasing tracks, music videos, posting where you're at, posting who you're working with. Like, there hasn't been one day. That's fucking exhausting. Hey,
non-stop, man.
Yeah,
it's my passion.
So that's what I want to touch on, because there's a lot of people that say, I do this.
Right.
I've only had maybe on my one hand of people I can count where it's like, I'm inspired by this.
Right.
And you are one of them.
Oh shit.
You
are
one of
that.
them.
Thank you.
Like
I'm trying, man.
You're always promoting. You're always out trying to do music video. You're always in the studio. Yeah. Like, you don't just talk about this craft. You're living this craft.
Right. I appreciate that.
You're humble. You've been genuine. You just all around good guy, big dog. So I just want to know, where does that drive come from? Like, what's motivating you? Obviously music is your passion, but it's like, is there something else is there, the way you were raised, your work ethic, what's behind all that?
You know what's crazy is that growing up, I've always loved music in general. I've actually, before I even record music, I used to do hip hop dancing. Okay. So I used to dance a lot more before I even got into the mic, and I did all that. And I've been to like a lot of parties. I've been to like a lot, like even when I was like in high school, I would like get the crowd going, like, hey, let's get lit, let's do this and this, and then it's so dope, because then when you get a certain crowd to come, and so, like when you get a crowd going, you just feel that energy in, you know what I mean? And you're just like, let's get it going. So I remember like I I walk into the dance. I'm like, all right, let's get it going. They play like, you know, Usher and all that. And I listen like Chris Brown. Yeah. And I get into it and I'm like, hold on, let me just get a little pre-dancing here. You know what I mean? And then I just get into it. I just love it because it's like, I've always loved bringing that energy in. And it's crazy because my whole family, like my sisters and stuff, like God bless them, but like, yeah, they don't, they see me and they're like, damn, like, you know, like, you inspire me want to dance like that, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, I appreciate that. And you know, I had that one sister, shout out my sister Jackie, but she was like, so all the time, yo girl Jax, the IG, I was gonna plug it in. plug it in. But
like, follow, subscribe, spam her,
all the way, like and comment.
Oh, bro, let it out, let's go.
But she's always been my number one supporter through my music first, and then I got it was her and my one homie named, shout out King Brian, Instagram King Brian Bitches, but
shout out again, big shout outs. Like, follow, subscribe, DM, slide in his DMs, get nasty with him.
Yeah,
get nasty,
shoulder dirty,
all that good stuff.
But you know, he's one of my down ass homies. Like we started that music together, like recording on I had a, like you told me earlier, I had a podcast mic and I had an HP laptop. But you know, HP laptops, they don't last that long, and like we have so much in the system going on. Because I would use that laptop I'll be into doing music videos before I even met editors, before I even did any of that. So I used to do it myself.
Okay.
So our old artist name was like AE and King Brian. Okay. That was how we started, and we doing this music. And it's crazy because me and him, we always talked about in high school. I known him since junior high, and I'm like, yo, bro, like let's get this going, let's do it. So, yeah, bro, I'm down. And so, you know, I saved money. I got a laptop. I got a mic. Mm-hmm. And, you know, every song, I feel like when you start out, it's not going to be the best quality it is. You know, you just got to just go with it and just release it, you know?
And not even that, but you still got to, like, find your identity through the music.
Exactly.
You got to define if you're going to be a fast rapper, slow rapper, if you want to sing, you know? you got to, even to this day, like, I'm still learning a little bit, you know?
Right, exactly.
I'm still developing a little bit more.
Right.
But yeah, it takes time. That's what SoundCloud's for, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Drop everything on SoundCloud.
Get the names, you know what I mean?
Drop it on SoundCloud, run it back a couple times, and you'll know what direction you want to go.
Most definitely.
Because there's songs too where it's like you just need to get things off your chest. It ain't even gonna be a real good song, but just to get things out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, no, so I understand. I understand about, you know, your first songs, like you said, you know.
Yeah.
You just have to get it out.
You just have to get out there and just find your vocal, you know, just find your sound. And it's just crazy, man, because like we started from where we're at there, and then I still see it today. Like I'm still working more and more what I want to do, you know, and but yeah, we started from that, and then like, you know, I would be like, all right, Brian, we had to shoot a music video now, and he's like, oh, okay, like, and so like we had my camera, like I had like a cheap like little like camera, but this is like I only had an Android during this time, and I was like, wait, let me see with the camera though, like I know we can shoot with the phones, let me try the camera. So we tried the camera, and I just love the quality. I'm like, oh, let's do it, you know what I mean? So over the last year over doing that, I would edit our audio, mix it, and then I would edit the video and put everything together.
Okay.
And I'll release it on YouTube.
There you go.
But we shared an email for that YouTube because I didn't know how to set up my own YouTube yet, but he already had one. I'm like, oh, let's use yours then. And then we changed it to A and King Brian. And then we released a couple of good songs. We did an album for sure, a first album, but it would only released on the SoundCloud and YouTube. It didn't go on Spotify and stuff, but it's funny because we were actually listening the other day and we were like, bro, this sounds like compared to now, like damn, here's how we started to like where we're at now. Like, yeah,
isn't it wild to look back?
Oh man, because I look at it, I'm like, man, we just did pure sad songs, right? So it would just be like sad piano type beats, what type of, you know?
Dude, I know for sure. I know for sure. I did the same thing.
You know what I mean? So
I did the same thing. Depression talk, all this stuff.
Yeah, and then
I feel it. Go ahead, keep going.
You know, you know what I mean though, right? Yeah. Like you just find it, and so I'm like,
it's like it's the first thing that hits you, huh?
Bro, it's the first thing that hits you. We were the sad boys of the era.
Yeah. It's like the first thing that hits you. But you know what? It's like so easy to talk about it though.
Right.
It's so easy to just get that sad shit off your chest.
Yeah.
Because kind of like the lanes that we're doing now, it's like it's not that we don't say things that might not touch on like depression or something sad.
Right.
But it's like it's not just a pure like, man, I feel like shit. I feel like, you know, we're kind of like maturing through our music.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And what I love about just doing different vibes of like sad music as well, it could tell a story between a guy and a girl and like how they really felt between each other, and or like anything, you know, it could just not just be a girl, it could be with family, it could be with like a loved one you lost, or you know, and and that's why I told my homie, I was like, yo, I really want to do sad music, and then we did it. We got a couple views here and there, and you know, this is during high school, and I would be like, you know, I have people come up to me like, "Oh, you do music?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm trying, you know, I'm trying."
Real subtle, huh? I do a little something.
Yeah, I was like, it's a little light, you know what I mean? Like
light work.
Yeah, I was like a little light like mayo, you know what I mean?
I feel that.
But you know, it was crazy because like, you know, you get a lot of haters also in high school, and like, oh, this is ass, da, da, da. But I remember I always get pulled in the hallway and be like, "Yo, bust a freestyle," and I'm like, oh man, like, I'm the type to be like, I don't like, you know, I sit there and write my stuff, you know, and when I remember when I got pulled aside in high school and they're like, bust a freestyle real quick, and then like, I just come up with like whatever I thought. I was like, yeah, and then like, my homie one time heard me freestyle and he was like, bro, I'm be honest, you should do hype music. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, bro, like, I think you should do hype music. Like, that's cool, you and Brian are doing with the sad music, but you're very hype. You have really good energy. I think you can match that energy into your music. So I thought about that. I was like, yeah, you're right. So then we released a song. Well, actually, no. I didn't do my hype music until I actually got into a studio. Okay. So this is the year 2018, and it was on my old studio, Giant Studio. Shout out Giant Studios, dope people.
Another shout out, big shout outs.
Yeah, big shout outs. And then there's gonna be a lot of shout outs on this podcast for sure.
I'm with it.
So I met them, and then they were cool. My old engineer, Gams, the supplier, he did my first track, and it was interesting because I didn't know how to feel. Like, when you hear your sound on an actual like studio mic, you're like, oh, this is how I sound. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh. You know, I record at home, it sounds like this, but when it sounds like this, I'm like, hold up. So I started finding my voice more going into studios and stuff, you know? And I did that, and then it was interesting because my first song got released. It was with another old homie named, we're cool, but his name's Diablo the Goon. Shout out Diablo. But
shout out, we're cool. We're good.
We're vibing. We're good. But we did that collab, and he was like, oh, this is gonna be your song, bro, like, I just want to feature on it. I'm like, all right, cool. So I knocked out a verse on it. He did the hook, and the song was called Party Life. And that was my first song that got on every platform: Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music. It's still out on the platform and stuff. So
say it for them one more time. What's it called?
It's called Party Life.
Make sure you run that up for him.
First song ever. Let's show some love. Let's run these numbers up. Let's replay it, tag them, repost it. You know the deal. You know what to do. You know what it is, but you know what I mean. Like,
tired of talking to you guys.
Come on, shit. He's out. Nah, but it was cool though. So like, that was my first song. Ever since then, I just like, I want to hit the studio. I'm like, I want to keep running it up. So I went through a lot of music studios for people I worked with. I worked with people who like, you just come in, record, click, leave, you know, and I'm like, oh, that's okay. But I love going to studios where I can vibe with the producer, get to know them as a person. And, you know, those people were cool. They helped me did some of the tracks over the years. But not till around last year, I found the studio that I love working with. I'm pretty sure you see my stories at the Broke Boys Studio. Shout out Broke Boys. Yes, sir.
Shout out Broke Boys.
Shout out Broke Boys Studio. But those are my people. Like, it's so dope because, like, I've been to a lot of studios where it's like, you come in, record, all right, cool. Session's over, 30 minutes, done. You know what I mean? But them, like, I got to know, shout out Saga, is choreo. They're,
damn,
you know what I mean?
Shout them out.
Shout them out.
From the rooftops.
It's on the roof. And then, you know, they told me, they're like, my first session with them, they're like, I vibed, click instantly. And I was like, man, you guys are so dope. They're like, yeah, do you want a reel? And I'm like, a reel? What's that? And they're like, we'll shoot you a little video and then we'll post it on your page. We'll collaborate with you on Instagram. And I was like, I've never had a studio that done that, you know what I mean? So I've gone to studios where like I have to have my homie record me, or I have to have someone be like, yo, can you record me real quick because I want to do a little like promotion for the song, you know? And they were like, we got you. And I'm like, oh, I bet.
Hey,
so
is it like, I don't mean to cut you off, but
yeah,
like having to have the homie come record you is kind of like, do you know what the fuck you're doing? Like I can only say so much. You know?
No, yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? You gotta learn when
you have to co-direct this sometimes.
Yeah, we're punching in. This is what it means. Like, god damn, you didn't even record none of that.
Yeah, like why is my feet showing, not my face?
You know yeah. No, I completely understand that.
Oh man,
so it's good, like you said, to link up with the right team.
Oh yes, and especially if you have the right friends too to help you film.
Yeah.
Your scene, because they just know your angle. You're like, oh bro, here's my phone, take my photo. You know, but shit, it's not Francisco in the back watching us, but he's he helped me. He knows my photos and stuff, and like, oh, but you took my, my angles, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So like,
shout him out.
Francisco Jr.
What's the IG? Shout it out.
Brian, what is it? Francisco Jr. Rosales? Yeah. All
right. Everybody blow that up. Slide in his DMs. Only the guys though.
Only the guys though.
Run it up. If you want the right photographer, that's your man right there.
That's the guy. But it's crazy, man. Like, it's cool when you have those homies that know it, but then it's so cool when you have people in your studio that just know how to do it as well.
It seems like you guys have a similar vision.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Like,
that probably makes it a lot easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's so, like, when they record me, like, to do my, I don't know, when I go to the studio, I would do, like, a little video after. That's my, shout out Saga again. He's the one who does me the video right after he's done recording me, and I'll be like, "Hey, bro, my bad. I know, like, you probably have another session. Can you do me a little video?" He's like, "Oh, bro, I got you." And he'll literally pull up with the camera and just start recording. Oh, I'll give him my phone, and then he'll get like the lights on, he'll get the filter on. I'm like, okay, like, let's get it going. You know what I mean? Like,
right there.
So shout out Saga, it's Cole, Rio. Those guys are really running it, and recently their studios, they've been upgrading a lot more and more. So. I told them, like, well, there's a lot of content I got to record here now.
Dude, that's awesome.
So
like I said, to have a team like that shares that vision, and like you said, you guys just click and link up. It's almost one of those things where you can walk in, and they already know what to do for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't have to, hey, what do you think? It's just like, hey, this is what we're working. This is what we got going on. So I'm pretty sure you just come in and just off the energy alone, you probably just.
Oh man, it's crazy because they're starting to do vlogs now too.
Okay.
So he just showed me a vlog that they did for another artist's party, but I got invited to it, so I went and it was at the studio, and then they were actually recording me because I was getting lit, I was vibing, I was dancing, I was like, oh hold up, you know what I mean? But it was crazy because then when he's like, oh bro, you want to see the vlog video? I'm like, there was a vlog video? He's like, bro, you don't remember that night? I'm like, shit, not really.
How soon, sir?
I remember just driving home.
Yeah.
So he recorded me, and then he showed me the vlog. I'm like, damn, this is dope. He's like, yeah, bro, because I want to capture that vision of like them not just knowing like how you look, but who you are.
Okay, I was about to ask, is it like more behind the scenes, like what's kind of going into it, or just so they can just be like, he's not just an artist, he's a good guy. He moves like this. He's cool, you know.
It's exactly exactly that. Yeah.
To kind of like build more not character. You know who you are, but like to build more of like a more authentic following.
Right. More authentic.
Like
yeah. So they can see like a real version of that person. You know.
Yeah.
And excuse me, sorry, but it's just
you know what? Not a lot of people get that. Not a lot of people see that. I tell my wife that all the time.
Yeah.
I tell my wife all the time. Nobody sees how hard it is to find the beat.
Oh yeah.
Nobody sees how hard it is to come up with the song, the title, the lyrics.
Right.
If it needs a feature or doesn't need a feature.
Oh, it's I've definitely been there.
Nobody knows the engineering aspect behind it.
Right.
The vocals.
Right.
No one knows let's get it into distribution.
Right. And like
there's just so much that they don't know. When they pull up to your show, they got the end product. When they hear it, when you finally post it, they get the end product. But they don't know how stressful it can be, how time consuming, how heartbreaking it could be.
Yeah.
You know, there's certain things that they don't see. So for them to do a vlog, that's really dope.
Yeah.
This is very, very family oriented. I'm big on family. But
that's awesome, bro. Like it's so rare. Like I see like artists who have their families and they don't like. I think they don't like the show. They're like, oh, I want to keep the music separate from that. I get that, but I think it's so dope when you show your family like to the music that what you're doing. You know,
I love having my family around. For a while, my IG page, I was just posting just myself, things I was doing, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I wanted somebody to be able to come to my page and look and be like, all right, this guy's an artist. He's serious about his shit.
Right.
He's posting his tracks, his reels, his not freestyle, the writtens.
Right.
his shows that he's popping out, shows that he's been a part of. Like, I want them to say, okay, he's professional about this shit.
Right.
But then it's like, I felt like it was almost like a disconnect at times too, where people were like, okay, he's just another artist now. Just another artist. So little by little, I've been posting more of my family, things we're doing here and there.
Yeah.
Not that I'm trying to hide them, but it's just like, I initially I started like that.
Right.
But then I wanted more people to take me serious. Like, okay, I got to see he's an artist.
Right.
So now that I got so much catalog and shit, it's okay. Now I can go back to kind of posting my thing because there's more. I feel there's more of a connection. When people see I post my wife, my kids, things we're doing, where we're at.
Right.
People always, comment or shout out, that's cool. You with your family doing this shit. Things like that. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I think my wife's a MILF. You know what I'm saying? So I'll post her. I'll post her and show her off.
Definitely.
I think she's gorgeous. I think she's beautiful. I think everything about her is wonderful.
Definitely.
How much she's accomplished and what her goals are that she still has for herself. It's just
that's amazing.
So so inspiring. Like I said, but all about family.
Yeah.
So the more I can kind of intertwine that with my music, I feel I'll bring that real audience. And the real good vibes.
Definitely. And this is probably just my question out of it. Like, how do you do it? Well, what's your how do you I would say what's the secret to keeping happy life, happy wife?
Dude, just knowing that everybody says it should be a 50-50, and most of the time it is, but you got to know when you got to give 90 because she's only going to give 10.
Right.
You got to know when she's tired, when she's having a bad day.
Right.
You got to know and man up and be like, you know what, fuck, I'm not doing enough.
Right.
I'm here physically, but mentally I'm like zoned out.
Right. Right.
I'm thinking about music or something,
Yeah, same focus and stuff.
Yeah, it's just knowing that you're always a team no matter what, good times and bad.
Right.
Knowing that I wouldn't be where I'm at or as mature as I am or have such support without her. So always being conscious of that every day, just knowing that I owe so much of myself to my kids and my family, my wife.
Yeah, definitely.
So always, even though she doesn't want me to put myself last, always be willing, I'll put myself last.
Right.
I can do music later. I can work out later. I can do this or that.
Right.
I can do another time.
Yeah.
Whatever you need, I got you type of thing,
That's awesome. Yeah, man.
Because she allows me to live this dream that I'm doing.
Right. Definitely.
To make music and be on stage, you firsthand, there's no other feeling.
Yeah,
there is no other feeling. There is such a rush. There's such a dopamine kick.
Yeah.
To where it feels so good to be on stage, so natural.
Yeah.
That time goes like that.
Right.
And the fact that I'm the one who gets to feel that.
Yeah.
It's like I will do whatever I can to make sure we're good because I want to keep performing and spreading my messages and bringing a hip hop community together and shouting out artists and other supporters that I mess with and people that have been there since day one. Just keep having a reason for them to come back. It's like
definitely.
I have so much love for music. I have so much love for the I guess completeness, that it brings me.
Right.
On top of, being blessed with my family, being blessed with my wife.
Yeah.
Being blessed with health.
With everything.
It's like just the cherry on top is to do something I love. And she's like, shoot your music video. Go record.
Yeah.
Hit that show.
That's
it's like, it's not an anchor, support.
Support, right.
So just remembering that all the time, how lucky I am. It's like, I don't want to do anything but make her happy.
Right.
I don't want to do anything but try to keep finding that balance with her because she could easily turn the shit off of me and be like, no, I don't want you at the shows anymore.
Right.
I don't want you around cannabis or nothing like that.
Right, right.
No, she could be like one of those, like, I don't want to say toxic people, but like just people who are just real like set in their ways where it's like no. Go to work, come home. That's it.
Right, right.
She understands dreams and she understands ambition and aspirations.
That's awesome.
She's a hustler, big dog. She's a hustler.
Right.
So the fact she sees that in me, and knows that everything I'm doing is, to get us to level up even more. Yeah. She respects it. So I do everything I can to make sure that we're good because I pray it takes off. I pray we level up because I want to give her a life she dreamed of, the kids they dream of, everything, Definitely, yeah. So, that's how you do it. Just finding that balance. Balance happy wife, happy life. It's all about balance, Right. Because there's times I don't do 50-50. I'm 10 and she's 90.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it still works.
Right.
And we got each other's back, you know?
And I guess it just goes by like how strong you guys really are, you know, like with everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
we both, before we met each other,
yeah,
have been through so much.
Right.
It's so easy now that we're together to just be like you would look at us and think like we're just the happiest couple ever because we rarely fight.
Right.
We've never had like one of those blowout fights where somebody tries to leave or says like cussing at each other.
Right.
We've never had anything like that.
Right.
Like sometimes the things we argue about would be something stupid like, I thought you were good to cook. I thought you're picking a foot. It's like, well,
right, you're like,
we're not eating right now. Or it's like, hey, I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a nap, and it's like, all right, well, I guess I'll just stay with the kids. And you know, like, yeah, it's just, but it's like stupid things,
right,
stupid things, you know. Because I mean, we're solid, you know, we're solid. The vision I have, she understands it, and she's like all for it too. So it's like it just works, man. It works really good. I'm honestly one of the lucky ones.
Yeah,
I don't take it for granted. I'm fortunate. I'm blessed, and it's like
definitely, man. That's awesome.
It makes me push harder, you know.
Yeah.
It makes me push harder because it's like I want them to have everything.
Right, because now just the main goal is just make sure you get the whole family. Like you know, you're like, oh, you want a mansion? Say less. You know what I mean? I get that. Even what you guys have now, this is amazing. This is really beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
So I mean, like, I would be like, I'm settled with this. You know what I mean?
And we could be because you know we have each other.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, but
no matter where you guys are at, I feel like
it's home. Yeah, it's home.
Yeah.
You know, we could be wherever. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, let's steer back on course.
We get content a little bit.
Let's bring it back to you.
Yeah, let's go.
I wanted to talk to you. Like you said, I'm so inspired by you.
Oh, I'm
inspired by you. Your drive, your dedication, your determination. These are things that I hope people that are you're surrounding yourself with. I hope they're telling you this. Man. And I hope if they're not, I hope they get on board or they just fall back.
Right.
You know, because you deserve that. I want you to know that from the bottom of my heart. You deserve.
Oh, I appreciate it.
You deserve
Thank
all
you so
that.
much. Like for real.
No doubt. No doubt. You deserve all that.
Yeah.
But let's take it back. We ran through it a little bit. Let's take it back. Official AE. How does that name come about? Did you self-dub it? Was it? You said your sister was influential. Did she dub it for you?
You know, it's crazy. Like I never used the official. I used just AE, right? For the longest time ever. Even like when I did the A and King Brian thing, I was like AE. And then this was the thing is that they're like, AE, what does that stand for? I'm like, well, it stands for it's my initials actually. Because my first name is Addison, my last name is Elias. So I was like, let me use AE. And I was like, I'm gonna see how that sounds, you know. And it's crazy now because like I do my collabs and they're like, oh, shout out AE, and I'm like, it's crazy because like I told myself like,
forgot the official.
Yeah, forgot the official part.
But I'm certified now.
Yeah, I'm certified, verified now. Hopefully, but no, I mean like it's crazy. I've been using AE for the longest time. There was a moment and when I started taking off in the studio more. I did an Instagram story, right? And I said, all right, let's see. Because I was going through like changes of like how I wanted my artist name to really be. So I was like, all right. So I did a thing. I went by my story on Instagram. So I said, yo, should I change my name from AE or should I go to Young Drip? And I was getting like
Young Drip is pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. Young Drip is pretty hard. Not that I don't like AE or I don't respect your name or anything. Yeah. Young Drip,
it's a little saucy, you know. Yeah. I was thinking about it a lot, and then I was like, fuck it, you know. And I had people in my studio saying, yeah, Young Drip's hard. I fuck with that. And then other people saying, nah, AE, like no one got that. And then I'm like, all right, well let me see, you know. So I did an Instagram thing, and I was like, vote which one, AE or Young Drip. I had 129 votes on Young Drip. And I was like, all right, that might be the name.
Goddamn.
And then I checked the AE. AE got 165 votes. That said, keep AE.
Respect.
All right, so I just said, it's official, AE. And then I was like, wait a minute, what should I change my name? Because on Instagram, before it was called the official AE or anything I even called the official AE, it would just be like AE, but like with a lot of space. But
a couple underscores or something.
Yeah, like underscore AE underscore. Because you know on Instagram,
people take that shit and
you
look it up. Who the fuck is this?
Like, what is this an artist name? Like, how do I, and then
DM, hey, drop that shit.
Give me the right information.
Change that name.
Yeah. And like, I was like, what about the official? I'm like, the official AE. And I know, Tiger, he's got a homie named AE, just AE though. And I'm like, I heard his names say, shout AE. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, there's only name AE. But what? No one has the official AE. You know what I mean? So
he can be unofficial.
Yeah, he can be unofficial. You know what I mean? And I know he don't do music like that. So I was like, oh, it's just his homie. You know what I mean? But I was like, the official AE. I'm gonna stick with this, and I'm gonna go along with it. And so I set it on my Spotify, my iTunes, my Apple Music, my YouTube, my SoundCloud. I had set it all like the official AE.
Okay.
And ever since then, I was like, that's it. That's the name I'm gonna stick with. I'm not gonna change it. I've had people before tell me, oh, once you change it, like, well, like, what if there wasn't an AE? Like, what else would you name it? And I'm like, I probably wouldn't name myself Elias. With my last name, because I know not a lot of people would name Elias. So like, oh, all right, like but I was like, nah, but I don't want I want to have like my artist stage name. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the official AE.
I went through the same thing. I went through the same. Yeah. So my when I started, it was Mark Ventura.
Oh, okay.
Mark Ventura, and I figured, okay, you know what, like. When you hear Ventura, everybody always says, "Oh, Ace Ventura."
Oh yeah.
so I already kind of like growing up always heard that, They always named him my brother though. They always called him Ace.
Oh, okay.
But it's like just knowing that people already kind of see my last name as like a stage name in a way,
right?
Just because of the movie, I was like, maybe I can get by with it.
Yeah.
But then I started doing shows and posting things, and then I would print out like flyers, contact cards and things like that. And I'll put my name, and it's like, man, like this doesn't say hip hop for me.
Right.
Somebody's gonna see this or hear that, and they're gonna be at a show or something, and it's gonna be like, Mark Ventura, like, what is it? Is he singing? What's he doing? Is that
I'm like, who's this?
Yeah. So I was like, I needed something with a little more like hip hop to a little more, So I was just gonna go by the franchise.
Oh, okay.
Just by the franchise.
Yeah.
The same thing, like that was taken. The franchise was taken. I was like, let me just, I'll leave my name in there. And then, that way, when people see that I'm posting that, it's not, it won't be like, well, who's this? They'll understand, oh, it's Mark. I get it. It's Mark.
Right, Mark the franchise.
So it was a little bit more smooth, a little more easier. But, same thing. I kind of had that where I was like, I probably shouldn't go by his name. I think I need something that's going to grab the attention. Like,
right, that stands out and shit.
And then, because not only will I kill it at the show, but the next show, they'll hear my name. Oh, franchise, I remember,
Yeah.
Franchise is easier to remember than my name. So it's like,
yeah,
I get that, and I understand, you got to play the game a little bit.
Yeah. And then,
I understood.
Just trying to get that stage name out there, just kind of like, what do you want people to really like go by? That it's something memorable.
It's funny too. Like, another thing I was thinking of, I was just thinking, like, what if somehow I blow up a song or something, just, I do something good, and all of a sudden I get some types of checks or something. I don't want to be dealing with, this is my name, my franchise, That way,
that's true. Yeah.
It's easier. Everything's easier. That's my name. That's who I am.
Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah. That's true. You have to be like Mark Ventura. You're like, all right, cool, and I just can put it in the thing.
Yeah. So that was like my naive thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lazy thinking.
Oh no, I mean that's just, I love it because it's thinking ahead. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I've always manifested like doing bigger things and hitting bigger stages.
You got to. Yeah, you got to.
Like, and I've always put it out there.
Yeah.
I've always like done shows where it's like, okay, I'm not the headliner, but I'm gonna be.
Right.
If not this year, next year.
Yeah.
I didn't make it to the main stage. I'm on the side stage. Next year, I'm gonna hit that main stage. You know? Like I've always done things like that, and God's will, God's plan, things have worked out so far. So good.
Definitely.
I'm fortunate enough where I'm being booked so far in advance now. I'm booked up right now. It's what, June 2nd, June 3rd, June 2nd,
June 2nd,
June, July, August. Yeah. I'm booked already up until September.
Damn, I know. I've been seeing you've been doing a lot of shows, bro. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm trying to get on that kind of level of shows. Like,
and it's simple. I tell everybody, because everybody asks, well, who do you know? What's the connection? It's like,
just putting yourself out there.
No, not even that. Just you find out whoever's putting the show, whoever promotes it,
right?
Presented by whatever.
Yeah.
DM them
and just take
just DM.
That's smart.
Be professional about it. Good evening, good afternoon, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm so and so. I make this type of music.
Yeah, like perform.
I'm looking to inquire information on performing at your show and bring more spotlight to your showcase.
Oh man,
I respect what you're doing, and I want to be a part of something. Like, just be real professional.
Right.
And
yeah,
they even because I've heard for every yes that I've gotten, I've kid you not, at least 50 to 75 no's. Because there's shows popping, there's shows popping up all the time.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. Long Beach, LA, Orange County.
We're blessed to live where we're at.
Yeah.
So where there's something around us in a stone's throw in every direction.
That's true.
LA, Orange County, IE.
Yeah, that is very true. Because
anywhere you go, there's something popping off all the time.
Yeah.
So
there's always like little shows, and like no matter what shows it is, take it. You know what I mean? Like
build your stage presence, build a fan base one person at a time.
Yeah.
But like I said, I've heard so many no's. So but just keep emailing, just keep DMing, just keep whatever, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So that's what I say to everybody. Because everybody asks, how do you get on the shows? How do you do this? It's like, just ask.
Yeah.
They're not going to find you at this point.
No, yeah.
They're not going to find you. Just ask.
These shows, like, I feel like unless you're really like big in the industry, they're going to want to book you for big event shows, whatever. But we're all coming, So like at the end of the day, we got to put ourselves out there. We got to make sure we want that grind. You got to go get it. I've gotten a lot of people asking me, oh, how do you do that? Oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. Okay, then go do it. Like no one else is gonna push you but you.
Isn't that frustrating? Even when you take the time to explain it to them.
Oh man.
And then it's like they still sit back and it's like,
yeah. I just gave you the details. Like
it's like the last thing I can do for you is like just hit
book
record
it for you,
or book you or get that promoter on the line for you.
Yeah,
exactly. What I mean? It's like you said, just do it. You got to put yourself out there, do it, try.
Yeah, exactly. And like, and this is the number one thing too I noticed is that I've worked with so many people in this music, right? And like, I've met the grinders, the people who want to achieve the dream, are willing to put the money down to do what they want to do and do it. That's why I'm at. That's where I want to be. That's where I'm gonna be. Mm-hmm. And I work with people. I said, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. Okay, cool. But they're not doing it. What I mean? All right. Well, it's for sure easier said than done.
100%. Because once people, like I said. Like we were talking about earlier, nobody sees the behind the work stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Behind the scenes stuff, nobody sees that.
Yeah.
So once they realize everything you got to go through to achieve one song,
yeah,
it's kind of like, let me know, I'll be a feature for you. Let me know, I'll pop in for you.
Yeah.
Nobody really takes that
initiative,
effort, that initiative, because it's not as easy as it looks.
No. Yeah.
Credit to us, we just make it look easy.
Right. Exactly.
And that's the difference.
Yep.
We make it look easy to where they think, oh, let me just hop on this wave, let me do it. It's like, okay, well, do what you got to do. Yep. And then, when there's momentum movement, then we can link up. But I'm not just gonna carry you. I'm not, I got to carry myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even moving how I want or how I should. I don't got time to coach and mentor.
Right. And if you want that, then you go find someone who can teach you that. But I'll give you the basis of what I know, knowing compared to what you could be doing just by getting the details I gave you.
Yeah.
And
like you said, a lot of times, just start, right?
Just do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. And a lot of people are like, oh, I'll wait this. I'll wait that. I'm like, well, it's the same shit with money or whatever you want to do in life. You wait on it, it's going to take longer. And you want it, you just got to do it. Like,
big facts.
I'm
telling you, that's why I made you fucking vibe, because you've always been like that. You just do things. You're always doing things. And it's like, I even tell my wife, I look and I'm like, he's posting this and he's here, and I was like, fuck, I wish I can grind that hard,
Oh man, I'm trying. Actually, it's funny we're doing this because I always say when I have like I work a regular job, right, whatever, and in this music, people ask me like, do you work a regular job? I'm like, well, yeah, I'm coming. You got to.
Shit.
Yeah,
I gotta
pay for this. And this is the number one thing people do not understand. They expect the money to come to them in this music. No. In this music, any big career, what I noticed, you want to get in NASCAR, you want to get into music, you want to be an art designer, you want to be a graphic designer, you want to be anything in life, you got to put your funds into it first.
You got to invest.
You got to invest into yourself.
If you're not willing to invest in yourself, why should anybody invest in you?
Exactly. And and that's why I've noticed like not a lot of people they expect it, and I'm like, you can't expect it. It's like you having a business. A business is not gonna come to you. You gotta put your investment into the business.
Exactly.
And that's how it goes. That's how this works, because people expect money to come to them, be like, oh, I'm gonna see when I make a big deal. Oh, I'm gonna get a record deal. I'm gonna get this. okay, you want to do that? Then you got to first drop a song, homie. You got to be out there 1st. You got to put yourself out there, you know, like, and I know like Jay-Z and them, they didn't get signed to like almost like 50 or 40 something, but they've had that grind. They pushed for it, you know,
and
like,
they just didn't stop.
Yeah, never stop.
Not starting, but then just never stopping.
Exactly.
Because like you talked about earlier, when you release your first music, there were some haters. And
oh yeah,
like that.
Definitely, yeah.
There's gonna be so many haters. There's gonna be so many people hating because they can't do what you do.
Yep.
They see what you do, and because you're not helping them, they're hating.
Yep.
Or because supporting you doesn't benefit them, they're gonna hate.
Right. Exactly.
I've come to find that that's probably like the biggest takeaway so far up until this point. That when the support doesn't benefit them, they don't get nothing out of it. I mean, they can't hit like on an Instagram post for you. They can't hit share for you.
Yeah, it's because comment.
It's because it doesn't do anything for them.
Right, exactly. They want to get their.
That's the biggest thing that I've come to find out thus far. Like, everybody will shout you love when you're in their face. Everybody shout you love when they pull up to a show and they happen to run into you.
It's different, yep. But over the internet,
they can't duck you. You know what I'm saying? They can't duck you.
Yeah.
But when you really need that support, it's like, hey, I'm trying to get more traffic. You know, repost, reshare, like, you know, anything.
Yeah.
A lot of them won't do it.
Oh no. I think like especially when I first started, is that I was with one of my exes at the time too, and like I would like tell her share my music, do this and this, and I would they would never do that. But it's crazy because right now, like I am talking to someone right now, but like I send her my music, she listens to it, and she actually like bumps on her story, and she's like, yo, this song's hard as fuck. She's like, I turn it up in my car and I blast the fuck loud like in my car, and I'm like, damn, like that's so dope, because I've been with a lot of exes before. They didn't even like, they barely share it or barely listen to the first minute of it, and I'm like, all right, you know, like it's cool, but
it's like, whatever. It's my dream, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I get that.
And it's crazy about her too. She'll give me the most honest feedback. She'll be like, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this is right, but I'm being honest with you about it. Like, I'd rather be honest with you than not, than fake it with you. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. You know what I mean? And this guy right here behind, shout out Frank, he's always been honest about my music. He'd be like, oh, I'm gonna be honest, I think this could sound better, but this sounds dope. I like this one, but I'm just being honest with you. You know what I mean? And I tell him, like, I appreciate the honesty, and I tell him, be honest with me. And I'm like, I love it.
And you know what I mean? Respect that.
Because at the end of the day,
not a lot of artists would do that. They won't put themselves out like that.
Yeah.
Because they're too caught up in this ego where they play this role of a rapper or an artist or a singer or whatever, you know? Where they think they're the king shit, they think they're the best, and it's
all
like,
the time.
Like, dude, there's a lot of room for improvement.
There's so much room. A
lot of room.
Like, and I
don't got to figure it out. I'm nowhere close to having to figure it out. But it's when I send things out, that's the best I can do. You're getting the best out of me. If there's any critique, I really appreciate that. You know?
I think it sounds fire, my dude.
And I tell them, if there's any critiques, you give them to me.
Right.
You know, I try to work with people that I know are going to elevate me as well as I can hopefully elevate them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I feel like I'm learning from other people I work with, and I want to keep doing that.
Right.
So it's like, I ask for honest feedback just like you all the time. It's like, you know, like it, love it, hate it, but tell me.
Yeah, be honest.
Me. Yeah. So don't fluff me. Don't you know? You don't gotta smile on my face. If it's not for you, it's not for you.
Right.
You know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm somebody's hot coffee. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You know, I'm steaming. You know what I mean?
You know, and like fortunately, I have like when I do my shows, like a tight group that goes with me no matter where. Even if they heard my set a million times, they're there for the next ones.
That's like, dope.
Yeah, man. I have great people, and that's, you know, of course my wife. Yeah. Of course my immediate family. They're there at my shows. They show me love and support. My wife's side of the family has showed me endless love and support.
That's awesome,
dude. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't know what it's like to really have like cousin love or family love. You know, because my dad's side of the family, my mom's side of the family, we don't kick it. We don't see each other. You know,
it's very
they'll see me on Instagram, I guess, and for them that's enough.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of them haven't met my kids, and you've seen how many I have and how old they are. It's you know,
years are gonna pass by, and that's on them though, at the end of the day.
Yeah. I don't hold nothing against them. You know, I've done my fair share of reaching out.
Yeah.
You know, if they just want to see me at Christmas, and so be it. If they want to see me at somebody's birthday, so be it. But it's like, if I don't show up, there's a reason why, you know?
Right, exactly.
I'm not going to hold it against you, but I'm not going to participate in fakeness. And,
exactly.
You know?
Like, be real with me, I'll be real with you.
Dude, there's even some family I've unfollowed on, like on social media. It's like, I just...
Oh, no, I don't blame you,
You know,
like,
it's like negative energy I feel sometimes. I don't want that.
You know? I think it's crazy when you get... I think it's crazy to me. Sometimes when people say family doesn't have to be blood.
That's true.
And I totally believe in that.
Because
I'm like, a total stranger could be the best supporter, the best person I've ever talked to, and like more supportive than my own blood has been, you know?
How crazy is it that something you pour your heart and soul into, your family doesn't do nothing with it? One person after a show will come up and, that is the best song I've heard. That is such dope. Your energy was this. The way you explained it was that. I love the beat. It's like, like, damn, like a stranger just made my, you know, it's crazy.
And it's just crazy. These people, like, you don't even know them either. You know what I mean? Like, they never met you in your life, but they're like, you're fire. You're dope. Like, keep going with it. You know? And I'm like, when we were at the show, the first show that I saw you, it was crazy because when there was a random, like, I thought he was security, but I think he was security. And he came up to me, he's like, bro, I like your rock song. I'm like, oh, I appreciate that. He's like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna be honest, like, that's dope, because I don't hear anybody like doing that like that much anymore. And I'm like, oh, I appreciate it. You know, I'm very versatile, so, you know, I'll switch up. Like, and it's funny, I actually did a country song a couple weeks ago, and my first time ever doing a song like that, and I recorded it. My producer heard it. He's like, I'm gonna be honest, bro, this is dope. And I'm like, he's like, it has like a fresh ear for me. And I'm like, really? He's like, because he records for a lot of like just rappers or like, you know,
so something different.
Something different. Huh? Yeah. And he's like, he told me, he's like, it's refreshing for his ear, because he's like, oh, like, I'm used to like, you know, the 808 beats, trap beats, hip hop beats, R&B beats even. And he's like, nah, but you just give me this country stuff. And I'm like, nah, but you always do something different, and I love it. And that's what makes these sessions even better and better. And I'm like, I gotta be like, I can't. If you want to be in this music, you got to stand out, but you stand out in your own way.
Yeah, absolutely, you know? Absolutely.
And
I agree.
Be that star who you are. You know, like, show that star who you are. And people I worked with, I even tell them, you guys have this, just show it. You know, and it's crazy though, because I've helped a lot of like homies that became artists backstab me at the end of the day, but I just said like this: do what you want. I just wish you the best. You know, and I gave you the tools. Like, I hooked up two of these other homies like with videographers, studios, because they didn't know anything. They didn't even know how to start it. And they didn't know how. One of them was nervous, never recorded anywhere in the studio. Other one didn't even know how to rap and didn't even know what to do. And then ever since, like, I gave them the tools, I got them comfortable in the studio. I got them videographers to work with that were not sketchy. You know, because I worked with videographers before. They try to set me up with some weird shit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, wait, I already paid you for this. And they're like, well, I didn't get this. And I'm like, well, I did. I sent that already. Like, it's, you know.
Yeah.
So they always want more. But I started working around the right people and and it was cool meeting the right people who just there for your work and there to support you and see your vision. You know?
Dude. You know what? Shout out to the supporters.
Oh, shit.
Shout out to the supporters.
Yep.
In my circle, I want to shout out my homeboy, Rhino. I tell everybody he's my security guard.
No, shit.
Everybody's my security guard. And he's yoked up. He can get down. But, dude, he showed endless, like, mad support. Shout out my homeboy, Rhino. I believe his IG is the Cali Chris. Or Cali Chris. Something like that. I'll tag it. But shout out Rhino.
Subscribe on it.
Dude, since day one, he's just been just such a big impact in my life, especially when it comes to music.
That's dope.
Anytime I drop a project and he listens, dude, it's just like he's so enthusiastic to tell me about like a reaction. Like, it's like watching a live reaction video in person. He just tell me, and I'm like, man, like, everything that I wanted people to hear, like, you're feeling that, like, it makes me feel like
you're feeling the vibes a lot more on it. That's for sure, because it's very rare when you even meet people like that, and when you do, hold them down.
Yeah, dude. So shout out my homeboy Rhino, my security guard. If anybody needs security, I will give you. I will let you borrow him at your event or your show. Just hit him up. DM him. Ask for the franchise special. It'll be a family friend special. I want to shout out my homeboy Mig. He's been endless supporter as well, dog. Just like you. Dope. always positive, always in a good mood, always happy, has the best weed. Oh my goodness, has the best weed.
The best weed. Yeah. Like, okay.
Dude, just all around good person. And then he brings so many people to the shows with him to like support me. And they're the same way. Everybody's a good fucking person.
Yeah.
You know, the homeboy Eric, same thing. He came with us to the last show. I've seen him a couple of times. A good person, dude. Great heart, just, you know, awesome. Great person. You know, shout out, like I said, my wife's family, all her family. They always show me love and support.
Definitely.
Shout out my mom's best friend / sister, Vettel, and her man, Daniel. Like, they're just great people that are always there. You know, shout out all these people. Yeah. A lot of times, us artists complain that we don't have support. We need support. Right. But the support that's there, we don't show you guys enough recognition.
Facts.
So I just want to shout you guys out and thank you guys for always holding me down, playing my music, posting it, sharing it, coming to my shows and supporting me, even though you've seen my set the week before. Yeah. A lot of times, like, we get so caught up in, like, it's all about me, it's us. Because, I mean, we're trying to, like, lift them up, too. Like, if it pays off for me, I'm going to spread love.
Definitely.
My heart is never to be greedy. My heart is always, if I can elevate, I want to elevate everybody.
Exactly.
It's no fun to eat at a big-ass table in a big-ass house alone.
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing worse than that. It's sad. Right. Being lonely is sad, you know? So,
definitely.
Shout out all the supporters. All my homeboy supporters that support him, shout all you guys out too, because we wouldn't be where we are or have that almost like that home style feeling love, you know?
Yeah, definitely. You feel like humble as fuck. Like I can actually feel comfortable, talk to that person, and like besides the music, I just know you as a person. You know what I mean? Like and that's like the number one thing, bro. Like a lot of artists I met at these shows, I met ones they're like just about the music, whatever. That's cool. But I met them, and then the other ones I meet them as an artist and as a person. Those people were very down. Shout out, homie Rudog. Shout out Schemin'. I've been working with them nonstop with my music, and then I brought them to my Broke Boys studio. Okay. And they've been humble as fuck.
And they never left.
They never left. No. The moment they left, they met Broke Boys. They're like, bro, I'm just gonna start recording my music here. Like, thank you for giving me the opportunity to meet you guys. And then I'm like, yeah, bro, Corey, it's like you're dope. You give me dope vibes, and we'll definitely have to get like more. And I've done so many collabs with them and so many videos now with them. They're like, we're just like, we're like a team. Huh? Yeah, like a dope team.
That's good. It's important to have a team. It's important to support each other
all the time. And then, like, dope. And then even if it's just like 3 or 4 people, that's a team. That's sometimes you don't need like 20 other fools.
You don't need an entourage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You need some just real people who keep it real with you. If you're right, you're right. You're wrong type of deal.
Exactly.
You know exactly. So that's dope, man. I respect that. I'm glad to see you're in a good space. I'm glad to see you're still thriving and doing your thing.
I'm trying.
Like I said, I see what you're doing. I hope everybody else sees what you're doing. I respect the shit out of it, you know. But I want to keep finding out more about you, big dog. I want to keep finding out more. So
definitely,
we found out what your name is and how you got that name.
Yeah.
Now you said you're very versatile in your music.
I am, very versatile.
I know that firsthand. I've seen it firsthand. I've heard it firsthand. We've talked about it before.
Definitely.
What inspires you to be so versatile? I understand the whole concept. You got to stand out and all that. Right. But how is it that you're able to do country, do reggaeton, do hip hop? Hip hop, was it hyper pop or hyper pop?
Hyper pop type of song. I've done a hyper pop type of song too, which is crazy.
So it's like where does that come from? Like growing up, like what was your musical influence that now that you're able to do music, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do, you know.
Yeah.
Like, where did that come from? Where's your influence from?
You know what's crazy is that my influence originally is that I listen a lot of like when I was doing my dancing videos, I listen a lot of Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, and like I wouldn't listen to rap that much, but I'll be very like I like the way it sound and the beat, and like it gets me in the dancing mood, you know. So like I'm very versatile with those. I think those inspired me because then when I was a teenager, I got into more rap, but then I'll be into like my Chris Brown music. I'll be into like Michael Jackson. I'll be into like Usher type of songs. I'll be listening to a lot of like 2000 to 2012 type of vibes. Like when Kidding was popping during the time, and I listen to a lot of that just because like very like dance club music, you know. And like I love that vibe. And then I guess that's when my versatile started coming in with my rap, my R&B more. But I guess when I started expanding my music horizon to like Spanish, and then I was like, and like rock. Like I remember when I was younger, I'm not gonna listen to like rock and all that. But it's crazy because like I met like my homies like him in the back right now. He's listening to rock, and I'm like, bro, my sister used to listen to this. So I got into it for a good moment, and I still am, and I got more into it. So I opened my ear more. I guess like the more you start realizing into music, music is open for everybody. You know, like it's open for your ear, right? So like,
you know that famous quote, it's the one thing that hits you and you don't feel no pain.
Yeah, that's that.
I think
Exactly.
it was Bob Marley, and then Drake stole it.
Yeah, I think it was a Bob Marley quote. Yeah. And it's true though, because like the moment you open your ear to a horizon of different sounds, you're like, wow, like this is dope. This is cool. Like I could vibe this way. I could feel and vibe this way one day. I can vibe and feel this other way with this type of music.
So navigating your different styles has been real easy for you.
Oh, very, very.
Like, almost like natural.
Yeah, like a natural. I'm very open to listening to a lot of music. You know?
Do you tell your producers, hey, this is the style I want today, or do they just kind of knowing that you can do so much, or like I just kind of came up with this, boom, go for it?
You know what's crazy is that you said that is that majority of the time I would just be like, oh, you know, like I'm gonna go on like this, okay, and I go and record, and then like I come out and they're like mixing it, and then he'll add like sounds, and because they do music as well, because they understand as an artist where they're trying to come from, which is so dope. Because I'm like, I met producers who just sit there and record and click and be like, all right, done. But these guys actually do music as well. Like they have music on Spotify and they do beats, they make all this. And so every time I come out of the booth, I'm like, how is that? They're like, whoa, this sounds great. Like if you want to add on more, like let me know. And I'm like, okay, cool. So like I'm listening while they're mixing it, and like they just I feel like they just know, they just clicked, and I'm like, that's exactly what I was trying to go for.
That's cool.
Even when I did my country song, I was like, because I know he never recorded any country song, but he knew exactly what to add, what not to add, and how many layers to make it sound.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy because it's like it makes you a fresh ear. He told me it was a fresh ear or something new for him.
That's cool.
And he's like definitely like every time I go in there, they just know. I feel like, you know, and they know that sound I'm trying to go for, and I'm like, that's exactly what I want, you know. Okay. So, you know,
that's cool. I like to hear that. It's good to hear that you're working with people that know who you are.
Yeah,
it makes it easier to jump in the booth and do you.
Definitely.
So besides, like, I know you have your dance influences, which was Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, Usher, and all that.
Yeah.
Who influenced you to start like just rapping? Like,
oh, that's crazy. It's crazy you said that, because I've always asked myself, like, what was someone ask me that? And like, I listen to a lot of like Tyga, okay. So I guess like more of a Tyga type of vibe. I would always listen to. I would listen to Tupac for sure. Shout out the legend for sure on that. The only thing is though is that like I'm not, you know, I grew up from different households, you know, so. When people tell me like, oh, you listen to gangster rap, I'm like, oh yeah, definitely, because they tell a story, you know, and they tell a story when they're coming from, and that's what I love about it. A little bit of like Tupac for sure, just because like I love the storytelling he does, and like you listen to his lyrics, I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know, East Coast, West Coast, wherever they're from, they all have a story in this music, right? And so like, you know, I know people are like, oh, the West Coast, or the East Coast side. I'm like, well, no matter what side of it, it's music, you know, like, and that's what I've learned. I think more on my rap though, like style of like party club is like influenced by Tyga for sure.
Okay, yeah. And then, I mean, he definitely had a run.
Yeah.
And then he came back. He had 2 runs.
Yeah, he was on a pause for a minute.
Yeah, but he had 2 runs.
Yeah.
And I'm, you know, he still pops up. He's still doing his thing. So
definitely.
That's cool. I respect that.
Yeah.
What about like the more harmonizing side? Sound of you.
So that was crazy.
Is that, am I saying it right?
Yeah, like melodic.
Melodic. Yeah, that's what melodic. Like, what about the more melodic side? Where's that influence come from?
I would just say that's more just from like a lot of different artists I've listened to. I've listened like, you know, Nav. I listen to like how they use the auto tune a certain way, how they make their voice sound to make the tune sound like that, which I noticed. Okay, that's cool. I like the way that sounds. And then like, man, I would say like maybe like. A lot of like R&B I would try to like influence by, like fuck man, like I remember it would be like I would listen like you said Chris Brown. I would listen to a lot of like Bryson Tiller. You know, I remember Bryson Tiller was popping back in the day, and like
I still listen to songs.
You know, and then Fetty Wap. Like I mean, I know he's not like a singer, but he has his own way of sound. You know,
yeah.
That's when that's what influenced me of like what kind of sound can I make, you know. And then ever since then I just like even today I'm still finding more of my sound, what I want to do, and I feel like I always say I could push my vocals more and more, and it just takes a lot of practice.
Okay.
So I feel like the sky has no limits, you know.
No, absolutely. That's one thing I tell everybody about music. It's ageless. It's timeless.
Definitely.
It's ageless and it's timeless.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no expiration on music.
Yeah.
There's no expiration on creativity. There's no expiration on impactfulness.
Right.
On lyricism.
Yep.
You know, it's there forever for everyone.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's really dope. So man, yeah. Now that you said that, I'm like thinking about Tyga and some of his beats. For sure, I can see that too.
Yeah, and the newest style has been like that dub type of style too. So I'm like, and he puts his voice into that. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So then, like, you know,
so when are you gonna drop something K-pop?
The K-pop is the next thing. I know it's crazy. I've been listening to a lot of like, I watch anime and stuff. So
okay,
I've been listening to like Japanese sounds and like how they've been like. How they do their sound.
They have like a distinct like violin or flute almost, right?
Yeah. Like it's very like I don't know, like, but like I don't know what the fuck they're saying, but I'm like, damn, like it just sounds like dope, you know?
He kicked his ass on screen, though.
Yeah, he's like, you know?
Yeah. So still knows his dance moves on.
Like, yeah, like they got their own little dancing, you know what I mean? Like, but they're I got inspired a little bit just from like their style too recently, and I'm like. I see, like for example, I'm just opening more horizon on my sound and my music, and even different genres of different countries of music. You know, like you listen to reggaeton, you listen to like even like German rap, or you listen to like Asian rap, or like Japanese rap, or like it's just like damn, like there's so many different styles in this world. Like we just don't I didn't realize, and like it just leaves you open ear. Like music is really for everybody, you know, and there's different types, there's different genres, and I think it's dope when an artist is trying to do more than just stick with one style, you know. And I've only done one style for a really long time, and then over the years, me going to studios, like listening to different music, different sounds, I'm like, nah, like gotta change this up. Like, what else can I do to make this different, to make this stand out, to make people think like, oh, like he just raps, he's just a rapper. Oh no, he did this song. Oh. So we did this. Oh, we did R&B. Oh, we did a hyper pop song.
You're appealing to so many.
I don't want just one crowd.
You don't want to be boxed in.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Like I don't want my crowds to just come. Oh, because he did that one rap song. I want my crowds to come because they listen to me from different kind of genres. You know, like I would want like pop fans to come see me do like one of my songs. Or I want like people to listen to my rap. Listen to my other shit, like even like country people, you know what I mean? Like I want the whole audience to be there because
I mean you're definitely giving them a catalog to really experience and to really understand who you are, you know. So that's
I'm trying.
That's a very good drive that you got going. That's very what's the word? I don't want to keep saying ambitious because I feel like I use it, but it's more like it's very ambitious that you keep like building more and more, so you're not secluded. Like I'm for everybody. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's whatever that word is that I can't find. You're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I really am trying like in this because it's just something like music is just something for everybody. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta put yourself out there and then,
absolutely
show these people what that you're made of. You know.
Show them what gift you got. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Not everybody has that gift. If they do, not a lot of people use it.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are hesitant. A lot of people are waiting for it to be handed to them.
And that's true. I've had a lot of homies.
I was like that too, though.
You know? And I feel like you just learn on the way, and then you're like, I gotta put myself out there and just do it, you know. And
that was my thing. Like, I always kick myself in the ass. I'm like, man, I started late because I was waiting for the homies who knew how to do what I needed to be done.
Right.
And I got to a point where I was like, man, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna do my own research. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna learn the software. I'm gonna get the mic.
Yeah, and you're doing it, bro. When I saw Mark the guy on there, I was like, damn, homie, got his name on it. That's hard, bro. Like I don't like. I'm hoping,
you know?
Yeah, you got to. And then I seen like you put on your videos, you put the background, you get the lights, you have the mic. I'm like, bro, that's goals, bro. Like
trying to do as much as I can to stand out, hop on different beats, do different things, you know. And I never freestyle. I always put not freestyle written because I've been just like you before. How you were telling me earlier that they pull you to the side. Hey, freestyle, and it's like for me, I always tell them, look, you know what? I respect the culture too much.
Right.
I respect real freestylers too much, and I respect myself enough to know that I don't freestyle and I can't freestyle. I can't think that fast and make it sound good. And like everybody says, oh, you got to do it in practice. Like but. Yeah, but I'm dedicated to writing my stuff down and giving everything I really can.
Exactly.
There's no way.
Yeah, and that's the thing too about when it comes to this. Is that you need to realize that like what I realize is that when I've had homies who know how to bust a freestyle, who know how to do this, cool, awesome, but they don't push for it. They wouldn't book their own studio and be like, oh, I'm gonna go do this.
They just do it because they get pressed, huh?
Exactly, yeah.
Like, oh, I'll kick something.
Yeah, and then like I had a homie and he would always freestyle, best freestyler, and I'm like, bro, and I've had it on a couple of old songs I used to do, and he'll just go on the mic, spit something, and be like, whoa, that's fire, bro. But then like we'll ask him like, can you sit there and write a song? And he's like, nah, I just gotta listen to the beat and just say something, yeah. And that's cool because it comes on top of his head and he can just say it right there. But I always tell him like, well, just try to push more for what, because if you have the lyrics already ready in your head, that means if you write a story, you write something like in your song, it's gonna have a lot more like power to it, you know.
Absolutely.
And I told him that, and you know, he told me, he's like, I just can't sit there and write. I'm like, oh, that's cool though. I mean, or you just go on the mic and spit something, you know. But I always try to push people to do more,
to do better. Yeah, that's true. I get you. I feel that. I'm the same way. I hate that at a point in time I was considered wasted potential. So when I see that in other people, it's like I hate seeing it. It's like, dude, you're fucking funny. There's a lot of shows that I do where it's half comedy show, half rap.
Right, I see those.
Tell some fucking jokes. You're so funny.
Yeah.
Tell a story. It don't gotta be a joke. Tell a story.
Right.
You know, there's things like that. You know.
They build up on it. You know.
Yeah. So for me, like when I see wasted potential, like it irks me. I'm like, if you only knew when you get older, the only thing you want is time.
Definitely.
You know, it's like you just want time. The older you get, all you want is time. Yeah. And it's like I see that in so many young artists. It's like, don't wait. Don't wait. Just, you know.
Yeah. Don't wait on it, because the more you wait, the more time that's gonna be wasteful.
And then that opportunity to go to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And that's the thing too, is that.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, you.
Oh no. I was gonna swing it back to your talk when you say you were influenced by anime, but we'll go to that. But let's keep going about the wasted potential.
I just feel like, you know, like if you, it's just with anything though. Like I've noticed with a lot of people want to do that, want to do this. Okay, cool. Then you pursue for it and do it. Don't wait on someone else. Don't wait on that one homie. Don't wait on yourself. Just push for yourself. You want to get into this.
You hear that, you motherfuckers? Just go do it. Just start.
Do it. Start
go
now.
Do it.
That's how Nike just says. Just do it.
Do it. Yeah. But all right, so before we started talking about wasted potential, freestyle, and all that, you touched on anime.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not into anime at all.
Okay.
I know so many people that are.
Yeah.
If you had to tell me, okay, I want you to get into it, what's the go-to show you think? Okay, just start watching that.
Start watching it. I do suggest. I do like Attack on Titans.
Attack on Titans.
Attack on Titans. It tells like a big. It's fictional story, obviously, but it's very. It's really just about like being trapped in a world, and you have to obviously around the world, like you're in one city, but the main character wants to go out of the city and experience more of the world, but you can't because there's Titans that go and eat people.
Oh shit! Okay.
So I would say go from there. It's a very long anime though. It's long, but you want I think that one's good. Sword Art Online I've watched is really good. That one's more of like you get trapped into a game and you have to try to survive to get out. And if you die in the game, you die in reality.
Oh shit!
So yeah, your body's like so it's pretty much having these helmets on your head, and then you're like in the game. But like if you die in the game, you die in reality.
So it's kind of like the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
They're kind of plugged into the back
of their head. Yeah. It's kind of like that.
I see that.
And that's a long show too. That one's good. I've never heard of Demon Slayer.
No. I'm like when it comes to anime. I can't even say just anime. Anything animated.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It's weird. Growing up, like anything animated that wasn't like Looney Tunes,
right?
And even like video games, I've never gotten into them. I've never had a likeness for them.
Right. Okay.
But it's like I'm trying to understand more about the animation side because everybody talks about like Rick and Morty and
South Park. Oh, South Park's funny.
And anime and all, and it's like not that I'm afraid of like of missing out or like any type of feeling like that, but it's just like I'm trying to get the like what's the appeal? What I want
the attention? Yeah.
You know?
I guess it's just like for the plot and for
because there's great shows that I've seen that like Breaking Bad.
Oh, Breaking Bad's good.
The Office.
The Office is funny.
You know, there's things where it's like, okay, I get it. That makes sense to me. I like watching it. I get it. You know.
Yeah.
Even what was the one the
Squid Games?
Not Squid Games. The one with all the dragons and shit and the dude Jon Snow. Jack Snow.
Snow. Oh my God, what's it called? How to Train Your Dragon?
No.
Sorry, that's a cartoon. I'm thinking of it. Right?
No, it's like the little dwarf guys in it.
Lord of the Rings?
I think like Jason Momoa was in it. It was a TV show.
Oh,
it was a TV show.
Damn, it's on Netflix.
Fuck if I Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones. Okay, dude, yeah, that one's.
They're gonna eat us alive. They're gonna
be like, this was How to Train Your Dragon.
You watch what show? Yeah. Okay, so even that one, like at first I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's the appeal? Right. It wasn't until it ended, and then like years went by, and then I started watching. I was like, okay, now I get it. Now it makes sense. You know?
Right.
So I'm just wondering if like the anime stuff you're going to tell me, like, or you're recommending, if it's gonna have that same effect.
Oh, okay.
You know, because like I said, like games, I don't play games. Nintendo, Xbox,
right.
Computer games. I don't do none of that.
Right, it's just different.
Yeah, it's just you know.
And nothing's wrong. No, I think nothing's wrong with that because I totally get it. Like I never. To be certain, like I never got into anime like that until like around a couple years ago. So I was like, okay, you know, like this is cool. Like before, I was just like, oh yeah, it's like whatever. But you actually watch it. I love what anime tells a story. The stories in anime are just amazing. It has the love stories. It had sad stories, and that's what I'm saying. I think it's the same thing with music. Like it tells a story, you know. And
okay. Is there any other besides anime? Is there any other like hobbies or interests, sports you play?
Oh man, I used to
work out at the gym, you long distance run, any.
Yeah, I used to be a runner in high school, and I used to play baseball.
Okay.
As well, so I was and when I was in baseball in high school, I used to be what was it called? I was always like a batter, like in high school. They always threw me on batter, so I would always like
pitch it for people.
Pitch it, yeah. And I'm always like I'll be like throwing, I'm like, you know, and I used to be into it. Like I did it 1 year, and then like after that, it's just because like high school sports are just, if it's not football, it's kind of like you know, you have to like really be on top of it, you know.
Yeah.
And I was trying to focus on my grades a lot more as well, and so like, and I had exes I was focused on, so you know I would get distracted. How were the grades? Grades good? I would say they're pretty decent, D pluses.
So not all the way,
no, just one class, but majority B's.
That's cool.
But it would be like the number one important class ever to graduate would be math. Okay.
College? No college?
College? No, I actually went to college after high school for the year. But you know how people say college isn't really for everybody if you're not really getting into it.
You feel it?
Yeah, like I was into it. I was trying to go for graphic designing because in high school I got it. I love graphic designing. I was in photography as well. Okay. And I'm very, very artsy.
You do everything.
Yeah. Oh man. Christ. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's good though. That's impressive. That's very impressive though.
And it was crazy when I first started doing this music. You know, I got into graphic designing, so I designed my own branding name. Okay. And I remember like I would go to like, I didn't have that much money during the time. You know, just building it up. And I remember I would literally go to like my homies, my homegirls, like, yo, get this AE shirt, I'm printing them out. I'll go and deliver them to you. So like I gave a lot to like my homegirls. I gave like 2 to the homies. But the stitching the brand, obviously I got it from like one of those print places you just go to and they print it out for you. We just give them the logo, whatever. Mm-hmm. And it was crazy because recent show I did 2 months ago, my homegirl came through and she's wearing my AE merch. I'm like, oh my God, you still got that? And she's like, yeah, bro, I got to represent. And I'm like, oh, I appreciate that, you know? So it's cool having like those homies and homegirls like, damn, like having those people still there for you and like repping your shit is like, damn, like that's fucking amazing, you know?
For sure.
So when I represent, like when I saw Ryan, I'm like, hey, the shirt still is good, you know what I mean? Because I wash those shirts, I think too much. And like the labels like coming off, and I'm like, oh yeah, I probably have to get better printing. But
I got you. When I asked you to come on initially, it was for this reason, just to chop it up, to find out more about you. Because we talk, you know, on Instagram here and there. We've talked at shows. We did a music video, like, but I still didn't know enough about you, and I wanted more.
No, I appreciate it.
So it's like that's why I said for this, I don't know if it's a podcast. I don't know if we're doing interviews. I just know there's people I want to talk to.
Yeah,
that I respect, that I want to work with, and it's like that. That's why I told you it's casual. It's on the driveway. You're gonna hear cars. You're gonna see animals. Like
no.
You know what I mean?
I love it because it's more like one-on-one as a person to person. You know.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's dope. I think you should do this more often. I'm not gonna lie, like shit. I mean, hopefully next time I can be like maybe like Rudolph, one of them, and then you can ask them questions about their music. You know, and you know
we can definitely set something up. We can definitely line them up and all that.
Definitely, and like you know, what were you gonna say?
You know what I'm saying? So you said it was baseball that you played, and you said you were track and field runner.
Track and field runner and a baseball, yeah. Okay. And like I was a very skinny kid. So I know right now I'm getting a little weight, you know.
Muscle.
It's just muscle fat, you know.
Little muscle.
It's a little light, you know.
Don't worry about it.
But you know, I was in high school. Yeah, I was very like runner. I was very skinny, and like I was very like busy, you know. Okay. And at the same time, I was trying to get into music as well, and so like I was trying to put some time for it, and I made the time for it, and I got more into my music instead, and you know, from there, and then I got into like graphic designing. Like I remember we had a project, and we had to make a bunch of circles, but we had to make it into an animal. So use a bunch of little circles and make an animal you want to do. Okay. So I did a whole tiger face, and they were all the tiger faces,
like just circles.
Yeah, just like circle by circle. So I made a whole tiger face out of like these little circles, and like the teacher saw it. She's like, "Wow, it's really dope." Like she's like, "Oh, this is really cool," you know. And I'm like, "Oh, I appreciate it," you know. Like I'm really into this, you know. And she's like,
have you always had like a fondness for like the computers and tech, or you were just good at graphic designing?
You know, you know what? I've always found like for like photography, videography, and like even like graphic designing. I've always been into that. Like I guess that's like the art part of it, you know.
Yeah, no, dude, that's commendable, and I respect the hell out of it, because there's times where I'll come across just reading about tech. I'm like, I think I need to read it back again. Like,
You're like, wait a minute.
What happened to Control Delete? Like,
yeah, exactly. You know, control Delete Hold.
You know what I'm saying? What happened to just stop and start? You know, like it's so like technology is like it's so critical for us to understand now.
Yeah.
So definitely. It's like for me, I don't want to fall behind. So I've never been like big into tech, but like I want to.
Right.
So I just wonder if you always had like a fondness, or if it was just something that was natural. Like for me, like I know I want to get into tech.
Right. Definitely.
I want to learn. I want to learn. I want to shit. Maybe I watch too much TV or movies. I want to fucking hack somebody one day.
Oh, just like a hacking and shit.
You motherfucker! Enjoy this post. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be crazy. That would be really cool, because then you'd be for sure like changing the whole game.
Yeah,
you'd be running the whole game off behind. You know what I mean?
What I want to learn, like AI, but just on the music aspect,
right?
Because I want to be able to have myself feature myself, but like being able to carry a tune, sing a little bit.
Right. Okay. Hey, I think you can for sure carry a tune. And I hear your voice, bro. I'm like, okay. I mean, when I released my song "Time to Shine," I'm be honest, a lot of people were like, "Damn, is that Pitbull?" And I'm like, I got a special feature. You know?
But right now I'm just Mr. Nowhere.
Mr. Worldwide.
I'm not even that. I'm Mr. Just up the block right now.
Man, hey, up that block to Mr. Worldwide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, hey, I'll get there. We'll get there eventually. You know?
We all will. As long as we keep pushing for this dream and we want it, and for sure it's gonna come. You know what I mean?
Where do you see your music career going? Let's say, I don't want to put a time limit, because everything can change overnight. You can have a crazy TikTok thing goes viral, and you're a sensation all of a sudden. But like,
yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's just say, let's just say end game. I don't want to say end game, but like, what's the end game? Like, did you want to be like a worldwide touring artist? Did you want to break away from music because it's going to transition you into acting? Did you want to get recognized enough so where you can go back to your graphic design, photography, all behind the scenes? Like, where do you see yourself?
No, it's crazy. I see myself like just doing it multiple ways, because I see myself in this music after I do make it big and do it. I always tell myself this, is that the sky has no limits. The ladder keeps climbing. So no matter how far I do make it in it, I'm gonna still keep making music, no matter what. For sure, in my heart, I'm gonna make music till I die.
Hell yeah.
Even when I, you know what I mean?
Hell
like,
yeah.
I'll be like 50, like 60, 70. I'm like, I'll be on the track. You know what I mean? Like, and like, I'll be so open to collab with like the new generations, the new da-da-da. Because at the end of the day, I'm still working, putting myself out there. I think as well as that, I want to do a lot of self-promotion as well. Like, I think who's really been in the game for so long and he's still on everywhere you go, you know who he is when you hear his name, is Snoop Dogg. Because he puts himself on chef books. He puts himself on TV shows, acting.
He's an icon.
He's really an icon.
Straight up icon.
And that's really what I'm trying to be. Because I don't want to just get known for my music. I want to be known for like everything else. You know
That's good, yeah. All right. So, I respect that. I respect that 100%. I mean, it's fun because for me, it's like I definitely want to do the whole touring thing.
Right.
I definitely want to tour. I definitely want to, you know, there's certain like stadiums and arenas, things that I want to do.
Yeah.
There's definite features I want to have. There's albums I want, like, there's plans. But like ultimately, for me, I want to be so established and well enough established where I can just be like, you know what? Now I want to move behind the scenes.
Right.
And I want to ghostwrite for people. I want to, you know, I want to be a published writer, songwriter or something.
Definitely.
That way I can give my words away. You guys sing it, do whatever you got to do. Just cut my check.
And just kind of 50-50.
Just cut my check. And that way, every song that pops and hits, I just keep getting the residuals off that. And then it's like, me and my family are good.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now I don't have to be gone. Daddy doesn't have to be gone.
Yeah.
You know, I can be at home with you guys. We can go on vacation. We can go do what we want to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Or, you know, hopefully by that time, we already have a couple businesses lined up. Which, okay, now let's either get more businesses or reinvest into that and get more money. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah. It's better having multiple incomes.
But like, yeah, like for me, my goal was never to be like powerful and famous and rich and all that.
Right.
I've always wanted to be behind the scenes.
That's dope. That's dope.
Because low key, like if you see me, okay, when I'm at work, I'm not like, unless I'm really cool with you, I'll talk with you. Other than that, I'm trying to work.
You just focus. Yeah, you just focus.
When I go to the shows, there's somebody I know. Hey, you know.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm there to perform. I'm there to, you know, whoever shows that love, I'm gonna go give it right back. But it's like, I'm not like super introvert, but it's like for the most part, I'm cool with just being by myself.
Right.
I'm cool. I'm cool going to have dinner by myself. I'm cool going to the movies by myself.
See, that's like strong though. That's
really like strong. I have no problem, you know. So to like open up and to be out there, like it takes a little bit of work.
Right.
And it's not by like fear of speaking in front of people or anything like that. To me, that's always come natural.
Yeah.
I've always been able to talk well in front of people, large crowds. So performing came natural, things like that.
Yeah.
But like for me, it's like the money was the goal, never the fame.
Right. And I like that.
Money was the goal, is never the fame. And it's like I tell my wife, if we don't have like a figure or number, but if we ever get to something where it now just works for itself,
right?
And I can step away. I told her in a heartbeat.
Oh,
in a heartbeat. Yeah. And not that I don't love music and I don't like creating, I don't like being on stage because, like we talked about earlier, that dopamine rush, I love it. Mm-hmm. But like, I want to be able to just be like, okay, I live my dream.
Right.
Now I'm trying to help provide a dream for you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I would love to just step back and. You want to go where? Okay, hop this plane. Let's go.
Yeah, wait. Like you want to go to Miami?
You know what I'm saying?
Buy a flight tonight. Yeah.
Just something. No, just that freedom. I want freedom.
And that's honestly like, I think it's a lot of like that's really the goals I'm trying to accomplish too. Because I want to be able to know I have that income to like, all right, I can just take a random ass vacation day whenever I want to. I don't have to. Gotta plan it out. I gotta do this. Like I want it to become in my life where I can be good enough to like I can like take my girl and be like, hey, whatever we gotta do, we're going to Miami tomorrow. I bought you tickets. We're going. You know what I mean?
And then I heard this quote. I want to say I was watching Joe Rogan.
Oh, okay.
I want to say it was Joe Rogan, and he was talking about. I forgot who he was talking to, but he was talking about another comedian. And they're talking about money and all that because you know Joe Rogan has that massive Spotify deal.
Oh yeah.
And then he just re-upped it, but now he's back with YouTube as well, so it's like even bigger.
Yeah.
So they were asking like, how does it feel to have all this money? How does it feel to be, you know, probably like. In the next 10 years, a billionaire if you keep going, you know. Mm-hmm. He was like, it doesn't feel like anything. He goes, I'm gonna tell you like this. He goes, what does being rich really do for you? What does it bring for you?
Right.
He goes, I was talking to my friend. He referenced his friend Brian Callen, who's another comedian. He's on the Fighter and the Kid podcast. I love that podcast. Shout out Fighter and the fucking Kid podcast. I love that podcast.
Fire.
But I guess they had that conversation, and he like simplified. He was like, you want to have enough money to where you don't stress about paying bills, paying mortgage or rent.
Right.
You don't want to, if something happens to your car, you don't want to have that financial stress of fucking need to go get it fixed and this and that. Like,
yeah.
You go, so have enough money to take that away. And then having enough money to where you can go to any restaurant whenever you want.
Yeah.
And not look at prices. He said that's the freedom. He goes, you don't need billions. You don't need millions.
Right.
He goes, you don't need 20, 30, 40 million to live like that. Yeah. He goes, but if you can go somewhere and just eat what you want, how you want, and there's no issue, he goes, that's freedom.
Yeah.
If you can wake up and be like, damn, the bill's paid, this is done, this is paid for, whatever.
Yeah.
What's up, big guy? If you can pay, like I said, pay your bills, pay your car note, you're not worried about, fuck, if my car goes down or will the electricity get paid or like. He goes, that's freedom.
Yeah.
He goes, having all these millions, he goes, yeah, it's nice and it sounds nice. He goes, but you don't need that much.
Right.
He goes, because you just don't need to worry about where your next meal is coming from, and you don't need to worry about the day-to-day bullshit that like 95% of America worries about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bills, rent.
So for me and my wife, like if there's ever a time where we just hit this number, like whatever number we agree to, and it's like, that's it. Like we're good with bills. We can go eat what we want. We can go to the grocery store, no problem.
Yeah.
We can fill the cars with gas, no problem.
Yeah. Chilling. I think that's the win of life. I'm not gonna lie. Like as long as you know who you have, what you have,
simplify. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Simplify.
And like I think because when people have like so much money like that too, they don't know what to do with it. Because they're like, oh shit,
you think that's when like someone start acting out or doing stupid shit? Because they're like just bored at some point.
Yeah, they get bored and like I can probably buy all these random ass drugs and try them out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I feel like that's when they start getting like that's when they start losing the mentality of like being humble and being like, oh, I'm gonna be on top of the world. You know?
Yeah.
They want to
get some like villain mentality and shit. Like,
No, that's an anime story, but you know what I mean. Like it's real shit. Like
I feel you.
You know, and I feel like that's why these big celebrities like. They get drugged up or they're like on this. They go crazy, because they and especially if they became young stars going into becoming a bigger star, like you had that money on your whole childhood, you had this and this, and you have like those random ass weird people because there's a lot of weird sketchy motherfuckers in Hollywood, you know, and they don't say this behind the scenes of a lot of it, but I think Hollywood's very corrupt and I think it's very
demonic.
Yeah, and
for sure.
I think that's why like there's a lot of like. What the fuck happened to Sam Smith? You know what I mean? Like he went big with that one hit. Last time I saw something that he's like representing like the devil and shit. And I'm like, damn, like it sucks that when you have a talent like that, it's like the Illuminati, whatever it is, they see that want to control that because they know like you have it, but they want to take control of it because your face is on it.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So
100%.
I think that's like when these people get to like I think Hollywood's very scary because it's like. Watch your back and know your people. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying, like, especially when you get big into the music, know your people and watch your back. You know what I mean? That's why it's always best to stay humble and stay with the people that were down for you since the beginning.
Big time.
And you stay with those people because you try to move around with these big Hollywood people, they're gonna screw you up, or you're gonna be in the wrong crowd.
Dude, no lie. One of my buddies, one who's like I said, is always there. Mig. He's the lawyer aspect, the legal aspect.
Oh, okay.
For me, so if anything ever happens or a day should come where contracts are involved, anything like that, like I know I can trust him with my life.
Right.
I knew him before I had anything. So it's like anything like that ever happens, hey, let's check this out. Help me out. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like you say, surround yourself with the right people.
And that's what it's all about. And
then finding maybe, I don't know, if you need a manager or a touring manager.
Yeah. I mean, I think that too. I think having a manager
it's funny. Like I've thought about, I don't mean to cut you off, I'm sorry. But I've thought about like trying to find like a manager. But it's like, I feel like, man, my catalog isn't strong enough yet. I feel like I need to drop another album or 2 albums. I feel like this next project I got working, I feel like it's fucking hard. It's fucking hard.
I can't believe it.
Then I got some singles that are coming that I'm like thoroughly impressed by. and then the one you sent me, I've written to a part.
Okay.
And it's like I feel like I feel like I should stop there, and somebody else should pick up the last like 20 or 30 seconds.
Oh, definitely. It's really long.
I think I can show you. I think, or maybe I can just move like a little cadence I have and bar to bar, you know. But I would definitely like to show you, probably off camera, obviously.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I would definitely like to recite a little bit. I don't freestyle.
Freestyle.
But yeah, I don't know where I was going with it now. Where was I going with it?
Because we get towards the conversation, we're like,
we just started, you know. But the agent. So yeah, I feel like with the next album, I feel like okay, they can look at it and be like, okay, I can push to get him on shows or manage him. I can, you know, I can push to find him work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel like I need this album and another solid one after.
Yeah,
I feel like my YouTube presence needs to be a little bit bigger, which is why I'm doing these.
Definitely, I found your YouTube actually, and I was like searching you up. I was like, oh, there he is.
But see, like I don't have like anything. I think I have just one professional video.
Do you have a music video, right?
It was just one.
One video? Okay. Well, I mean, when we release this one, we got two. Nah?
Yeah. But I have a videographer, so it's just getting in line with his schedule because I want it for this album. Mm-hmm. I want to do like four videos.
Oh, okay.
And I'm talking like renting studios, renting warehouses, whatever. So I give him creative control.
That's
creative
awesome.
Control. I told him, look, this is the music. These are some of the ideas I have, and these are the places I think I can rent.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you think we can do something with this?
Yeah.
And if his creative juices are like, we can do this, you know, I'm gonna go for it.
You know, Oh no, sorry.
I'll just say, but if not, you know, just back to the drawing board until me and him can, you know, agree on something because I'm not a videographer. I don't know how to properly build a story through the video and tell it. And to me, I have no problem just getting on, just rapping in different locations, whatever.
Right.
But like if he wants to tell stories, just it's kind of like. That's his expertise. So I just on it. I give him full control. Like I don't want any control.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to be there. You know, I'll book it all.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I think that's dope though, because you know, you trust your guy with your vision. You know, but I was gonna say, yeah, man, if you ever need anybody too to help with the music videos, because I get it, because I've edited my own videos a couple times already too, and you ever need an extra videographer or anything, and if your guy can't show up one day, just hit me up. I'm down to shoot and shit, because I got you and shit. I want no charge or anything either, because I get it. As an artist, creativity is the number one thing for me, and you know, and as an artist, content is very, very important, especially for us.
It's like crazy important.
Yeah, and it's like, crazy.
And it was funny. Like I said, I see you posting every day. It's like, fuck, I want to do it, but it's like, I don't have content. I don't, because I'm still. For me, sometimes it's hard to record something because I got so many elements going on around here. Right. Then on top of that, working, being a husband, being a father. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like so many things that come into play. So it's like the time I do have to maybe record something, it's like, I hope this is the best I can, you know, comes out good. Sometimes it's like, it doesn't sound good. I just scrap the whole project or whatever. Right. So it's like, even just being able to record is like a mission at times. So I'm like, yeah, I want to get time though. I want to get time, and I want to do professional music videos. I want to get my YouTube presence up.
Definitely, bro. I mean,
be a little more professional. Do more podcasts, more shows, more podcasts.
And I think, and it's so important to get that content, because as coming from, you know, doing it, is that what I've been doing recently is because, you know, I have a videographer at the Broke Boys, and they help me with all my videos and stuff, which I appreciate them for real. But when it comes to times they can't make it or they can't do it, like actually tomorrow, I'm filming a music video tomorrow. I'm actually filming 2 videos tomorrow and 1 studio. So I have a homie help me film it. I edit it and I do what I can. I actually just shot one and edit last week, and I just finished editing it like 2 days ago. Okay. So I can actually probably show you that like off the camera or whatever. But it's we rented out a place.
You can, if you want, you can even send me like a 20-30 second clip of it.
Oh yeah, I can definitely.
Like we can take a pause break now, and then I can, you know, throw it in the video, show them what you're doing.
Okay, yeah.
And we can be like, hey, if you need help, if you need a videographer, we can tag you on that too.
Hey, I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. Like if you ever need anything though, I'm with it.
Shout out the Smoke Box Jerky Company, Box Brand.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
You got to.
I'm not sponsored by them. This is not an ad or anything like that, but it's just the family that runs this company is so genuine.
Oh, that's
dope. So like supportive, so cool. Like I will rock with them till the day they die. Anytime I can get merch from them now, because I think they just started doing merch. I copped one already.
Oh shit!
And I bought it. I supported it. I'm not one of these guys that wants free handouts. I will support any brand. I will support people I believe in. So definitely shout out the Smoke Box Jerky Company. What's in your box? That's where this came from.
Oh, that's hard. The box brand. That's hard.
I was supposed to wear it. I was supposed to wear it at the last performance I had.
Yeah.
The last performance I had, though, I thought it was gonna be cold, so I was gonna wear this with a black hoodie. I already had the fit.
Oh yeah.
And it'd be fucking hot that day.
Oh shit.
And it'd be hot, so I was like, well, what I have to change into now is not gonna match that. So I was like, I can't do it, you know.
So like, you have to wear like a whole different fit. I like that one fit you wear for the Time to Shine video.
Yeah,
the photo. We just did the change.
Yeah, dude, I'm real simple, dude. Anywhere I can wear a black tee somewhere, I'm cool with
chilling. But I think all black. I know I'm wearing all black right now, but like, I think all black just like looks good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it stands out. You know,
it pops out, especially how you do it.
But yeah, you know, so like I said, I support companies. I buy from vendors and I do shows. I link up with people.
Cool. Yeah, you got to.
I always show support. If it's food, I'll eat the food at the shows. Like I said, vendors, I'll buy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll shout them out if I can do reels for them or whatever I can. You know, I always show love, content, and support. This is the Rat Patch.
Oh shit!
I've never seen them before, and I still have yet to use it because I haven't smoked probably in like a little over a month now.
Oh shit! Okay.
So it's like even when I smoke joints, they don't really break. But I guess if your joint breaks, if you're doing a session, maybe there's supposed to be like some type of like tape or film that you can smoke that it'll go through.
Oh shit! That's crazy.
Yeah. So even if it breaks, or let's say you try to stuff in your pocket, you're hiding it.
Yeah.
Cracks or something in there.
Right.
You can straighten it out, wrap it, and you can still smoke it. Like it saves it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So. Like I said, not affiliated with anybody. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not looking for any giveaways, nothing like that. But they were cool enough to send me sample packs.
That's cool. Yeah, that's actually really dope. Holy
so when I do use it, I promise I will make a video and shout you guys out. But these are just brands that I mess with, brands that I function with, that I respect. And,
right. Yeah. So
I always try to show love to people.
Definitely, you got to.
Yeah, dude. There's so many shows that we go to that we rock with, and it's like. I don't know how you are, but sometimes like I get so caught up in just being like not selfish, but like I gotta focus on my show. I gotta check out how the sound is. I gotta check out how the lights are, so I know if I sound here, if the mic's gonna pick up the speaker is gonna make a bad sound.
Yeah.
I start analyzing. I get in there, I start to analyze.
Right.
I can get good content from this angle, from this footage. The crowd, okay, maybe they're not gonna feel this set, so I got a backup set. Maybe I can play this instead. Like
right.
There's different things I do. I'll hop off stage, and it's like there's times where it's like I don't show enough love to the vendors there because they bring in people too. They bring in supporters too.
Right. They bring like everyone, especially on these vendors. They bring a lot of like people that are upcoming as well. Food, art, and even especially with the rap.
And there's a lot. I feel bad because I know there's a lot of vendors that sometimes they lose money at these shows.
Right.
I feel bad. So it's like anything I can do. If I can buy something, I buy it. If I can shout them out, they want to shout, I'll shout them out.
Yeah, definitely.
But like I said, I do my best to show love. I do my best to shout out. I do my best to rep.
And you got to you just gotta show them, like, hey, this is where it's at.
Dude,
what I mean?
Like I always shout out Terp Slurp when I do these cannabis shows.
Okay.
Terp Slurp, infused slushies with nerds on top, dude. Hits every time.
Wait, slushy with nerds on top?
Yeah, but it's infused, so you get like some THC dripped into it.
What the fuck? I never had that. Nah, it's good.
Fire.
Recommendable.
Anytime you pull up to an event, if Terp Slurp's there, get one infused. Guaranteed you'll go back for more.
Ooh, okay.
Set the tone, dude. Damn. Shout out Buds and Roses. Buds and Roses have shown me love since day one. Oh, got that premium gas.
Yeah, that premium gas.
They got fire merch. So shout out Buds and Roses too.
Damn, bro, that's dope.
There's so many like awesome vendors out there that don't get enough shine, enough love.
Oh, definitely.
So I hope maybe any artists that watch this can take note and maybe shout out these vendors that are supporting you and showing you love too. Because a lot of times our artists are like, oh well, what can I get for the hookup? It's like, dude, fucking just buy it. Show support, show love. Yeah, they're here. Working just like you are.
Yeah, exactly. Just like it's the same thing. Like you want to put into music, you want to do this, you have to put money into it.
Yeah. And a lot of these vendors, they're doing it wholeheartedly. Like, man, I want to turn a profit and blow up. And it's like the least we can do it as artists is consume and help them out. So, you know what I'm saying? It's love. It's love, you know. So I hope any artist watching this does the same thing. Shouts out any supporters, any vendors that you know show love. There's so many people that show love and they don't get enough respect because the artists, they'll feel like it's owed to them. They deserve it. And it's like, dude, you're nobody.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's just take your 10 steps up. Let's take 5 steps back.
Yeah. You know, come back to reality, show love, you know.
And I'm like,
because the events wouldn't be as big as they are or as impactful as they are if a lot of these vendors didn't show up.
Right, exactly. Oh yeah, because they'd be like, let's be honest, the vendors is kind of what kind of holds it down from people want to stay longer. Because food, merch, like, okay, I'll look around. Oh, I want to grab something to eat.
100%.
Because they know if they just did us just rapping, the people might be there for like maybe an hour and be like, all right, well,
I see the music. Time to go.
It's time to go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And nobody would really stay and just watch. But these vendors is what keeps the business all running, you know? Yeah. And that's what I noticed.
Huge shout out to the vendors, man. Huge shout out
working hard.
To the shows. Yeah, big time, dude. Like I said, they don't get enough love. They get people who front and try to get free things from them. And and for me, dude, it's like I've never went up to a vendor with the expectation of them handing me something. I've always offered to pay. Not that I haven't been given free things. I for sure have been given free things, but I've always showed love. There's been times I pop off stage and somebody will walk up to me and dap me up, and while they dap me up, they're dropping a sack of weed or a bunch of wax or something. They're like, we love what you did. And it's like, fuck, I appreciate that. You know?
Yeah, that's
so
dope.
I try to reciprocate and go shout them out and talk to them or whatever.
Getting to know them.
Go figure out what they just gave me and then go buy a little bit more, you know?
Right, yeah.
Just to show love, you know. I've always done that, you know, but I've never been one of those artists that like, oh, they should hook me up. This is given to dude.
Right. Yeah.
I show love. I show support. Everybody should be eating
nonstop. Yeah, exactly.
At these events, especially within the cannabis community, everybody should be eating together.
Oh, definitely.
Everybody. The vibes are too good to not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, definitely. That's why, like, when you're cannabis, like in the cannabis committee or just anything to do with money, all support each other. Everyone's got to eat. You know what I mean? It's like everyone had a dinner planner, and there's 2 people with no plate. What are they gonna do? Just watch you guys eat? Everyone got to eat.
Yeah, everybody. Know what I mean? Break them off, you know? So shout out vendors again. Shout out all the vendors. If there's any vendors that have been messing with me heavily that I maybe didn't name or I don't have you right here, I apologize 100%. DM me, slide into my DMs, and we'll make something happen. I'll shout you guys out. I'll make anything for you guys because you guys hold it down just like a supporter would too. So God bless you guys back.
Definitely. And like I think number one too is that every upcoming artist right now, support each other. And be humble with each other. Why? At the end of the day, if your ego's too big and you barely there, I think you need to have a reevaluation of yourself because
people don't reflect, dude.
No.
People don't reflect it. They don't understand, you know?
And like it's crazy because I met artists who just want to get money out of it. Oh, that's cool. You want to make money out of it. But it will be harder if you're trying to charge a feature $80, but yet you're following like this is one thing, like when people ask me, do you charge for features? I'm like, no. I think us upcoming shouldn't charge. Why? Because we're all trying to get there and we're all we should all be humble and be like, yeah, let's all collab, let's all work together. But it's like, I'm charging you for my time. It's like, why am I gonna charge my time when I'm not? Because I feel like if I'm gonna be big, if I'm gonna be charging someone for me to be there or just to like be in a song or a video, whatever, if I'm gonna charge, I want to make sure your money's worth it. Because if you're going to put money into someone, make sure they're going to give you that fan base coming to you. Like, if you post them or you post a song with them and they tag you, you tag them, make sure, and you paid for it, make sure that their fans actually go and check you out. Like if you're charging me $100 for a feature, but your fan base, you have no listeners on Spotify, no YouTube views, I'm like, you're just trying to get money out of me. Yeah. Like, if you're going to charge me, dude, let your fans know, you know?
Speaking of that, when I switched my name from Mark Ventura to Mark the Franchise, lost all my followers on Spotify.
Really?
Across all platforms because it's a brand new name.
Oh, okay. So then, I mean, you got rebuild.
Yeah, so like but dude, it took me so long to build because there was one point in time I was spending hours per day emailing and DMing college radio station that accepted free submissions.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, across the country though.
Yeah.
From here to New York, across anybody who would accept free spin, I was just shooting to try to build some type of play.
Right,
so they would give a free spin here and there, and it's like I worked so hard to get a small following, and then once I changed, I showed my wife. I was like, it's all gone. I was like, fuck.
Oh,
yeah, so starting over.
Yeah,
dog,
it does suck. But like I said, if you can build it once, you can build it twice. So
yeah. I'm gonna.
But I get that though. I know because you're like, oh fuck, I just built all this shit.
Yeah, bro. yeah. I'll build it back though.
Yeah, definitely. I have no worries. When I uploaded a song, could I go through distro to upload our music and stuff? And I was like, I said like, give your Spotify link. So I kind of like had to look you up. I was like, Mark the franchise. All right, perfect. Because I didn't know if I put Mark featuring Mark the guy or Mark the franchise. Mm-hmm. But I just went by your Spotify and your Apple. Yeah. I'm like, I'll put Mark the franchise and for the video and shit. Yeah. So
I'm thinking about changing the Spotify or the Instagram from Mark that guy to Mark the franchise.
Okay.
But I just realized that since I changed it in the header already, to Mark the franchise, that if they type in that, I'll come up anyways. So whether you type in Mark the franchise or Mark that guy, I pop up.
Yeah, you pop up.
Yeah, so I didn't know that. I thought my at had to say Mark the franchise. But
okay.
But no, it works. I was like, all right,
it shows up there, right?
I'm good.
Yeah. With mine, I know mine's a little complicated. I've literally have to put the official AE, and if you put it a certain way on Spotify, you have to put it lowercase, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And then on YouTube
and
SoundCloud...
Exact. It has to be exact.
Yeah. Oh, it has to be exactly. And then on YouTube, I'm like... Well, luckily on Instagram, you just put the official way E. It shows up as a username right away. But when I put it on like YouTube, got to put the official, and I capitalize the AE. So I have to put the official capitalize AE.
Okay.
And so like then it will show my YouTube and stuff.
Okay, so... Since we're talking about Spotify, Apple, iTunes, all of this, let's talk about future projects or something you got in the works. Now let's promote you.
Let's get it.
Let's shout you out. If you have an album coming up, you have a single coming up, whatever you want, let's blast this shit out.
I definitely got a lot of a lot of singles coming on the way. Okay. When August 5th, I'm dropping an album.
Damn.
Yeah, August 5th.
Save the motherfucking date.
First podcast 5th. To admit that because no one knows about that. I haven't even promoted it on any story.
I'm glad. I feel honored.
So I was like,
I feel honored.
We talking about that. I was like, well, let's keep it up a little bit. August 5th. I've been working. It's gonna be 12 songs.
Okay.
Each song is gonna have a feature. And you know, it's just like all these songs, majority of them are just solos though, and maybe like 3 or 4 features, because like
like a compilation then.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like different styles. The album is gonna go from hyper pop type of style to rap to R&B. Nice. So you're gonna listen from 1 to 12. It's gonna have different vibes.
Nice.
So I'm hoping like I'm gonna have merch for it with the people I'm working with. And I got an anime version of myself. Oh, so sweet. I got myself as an anime character and a big chain that says AE, and then the album name is called Vision.
Vision?
Vision.
You guys heard it first.
Vision.
On In House Convos. Mark the franchise, official AE.
Yes, sir.
Visions, August 5th. Mark the calendar, save the date. Let's run this shit up.
So
keep talking. What else we got? What else coming up?
I got I've been doing a lot of music videos for these songs on the album, and even some of these songs I've been shooting on the iPhone. Just because, like, I'm gonna make sure all these songs get the content, get the recognition they deserve. I've been pushing more. The only thing I'm still looking for is someone to do me an animated music video.
Dude, I want the same thing,
bro.
I've been looking. Was on Fiverr or some shit?
Hard. Fiverr, and it's hard though. Doing on Instagram too, though, because it's like they're like scammers, you know. I'm like, I don't know if this is real or not.
If there's any animators out there that can make animation music videos, please hit us up.
Please hit us up. I'm really looking.
We want to make a couple videos.
And please. And I mean, just let me know the price, or you know what I mean, and we'll get it going. Because
absolutely,
it's hard to trust people on Instagram nowadays, knowing that like,
dude, there's so many like request messages that I have. I don't even browse them.
Oh my god, no! Are they in your request? Like,
I used to delete, but I was like, what the fuck for? I'm gonna keep getting this random shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get scammers, Bitcoin shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get people that are
market life marketing.
Marketing.
Or like Indian accounts, like, oh, do you want to be on my YouTube?
Yeah. Like, fake graphic designers.
Mm-hmm. And they use other people's like the actual pages and just use it on their page. Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. There's sometimes that I found like other artists in there because they'll hit me, hey, like at shows, hey, I sent you messages, this and that. I'm like, I didn't see anything. So I started going, I was like, oh, why the fuck are you my request? Not like one of the other ones.
You know, it's crazy. Yeah,
I don't know how it works out like that.
And it was crazy. I gotta even have a couple checkmark accounts in my request, and I'm like, wait a minute, like, why are they in my request? Shouldn't they show up right away? But I guess if you don't follow them, or you don't follow them at all, they show up in your request. But it's weird too, though, because
so maybe you guys have to, like, somebody has to follow somebody first.
If it's someone relatable that follows one of the accounts, they'll show up in your DM right away. But if you don't follow each other at all, no connections to anybody, it will show up in your request.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm telling you, there's artists that, hey, I said I wanted to work this work. I was like, well, I didn't get no message.
Yeah, I didn't get no DM.
I was like, you ended up being like one of these other artists that just, you know, fucked me up. Oh, I want to work. Let's work.
Yeah, let's work and get some shit in.
But then all of a sudden I'll go. I was like, where? I don't see it. And I was, oh.
And then how many weeks ago? And then you're like, oh shit, what day was that?
Not bad. Let's run it back. Yeah.
Let's turn it back a little bit.
So what else you got going on though? I mean, you got.
Other than that, oh man, I got. Oh my god, I have a video, 2 music videos shooting tomorrow. One of them is called Back at It. We're gonna shoot with the iPhone. We're gonna make them have the homies shoot it. Gonna be amazing. The only reason I'm editing it as well is because there's an artist that's on that song. He lives in Seattle, but he's going to shoot scenes from Seattle. He's going to send them to me, and then we're going to work it out. And then I'm going to edit the whole video together, do dope transitions. And I'll definitely show the video I just did recently.
Yeah, absolutely.
But just that I got a lot of after Time to Shine. I want to put more promotion on that. I need to get my video from that because I want to post it like tomorrow. So
I got you.
You know what I mean? So once I post that tomorrow, I'm probably gonna tag you as a collaboration on that. So
anything you need from me, you have my support.
So I appreciate it for real. All the way. And then
anything you need, anything you want, you know.
And then I'm hoping we can get the other track done too with you and me and shit. So we get that one done, and then once we get the audio for that, let's go do a video for it. And I'm with it.
I'm with it too.
I go through Peer Spaces, I go through studios, and I'll find a spot for us. And if we need to, we'll shoot an outside scene. And you're local in Anaheim, so
we can do somewhere in the city.
Scene. Yeah, exactly.
I'm down somewhere in the city too.
Right in front of the Angel Stadium, like you know what I mean.
I have no issue recording anywhere. I'm cool anywhere.
I'm really with it. Yeah, because as long as you see the vision behind it, you definitely got something going with it. You know. But like I said, with that, and then new drops I'll be dropping a lot of like I think after this song I'm dropping, my next song will be dropping. It's called Do Yo Thing featuring Skaman. It's coming out soon.
Okay.
The video that I have the video for that one already. I have the audio ready for that. Release date not yet because I want to promote Time to Shine more right now.
Yeah.
But probably around July that will drop. Okay. Once July comes, I'll probably be dropping 2 more singles in July. And then after those, it would be the album.
Damn, busy man.
I even have 20 songs ready after the album. So, and I got more videos ready after the album.
You motherfuckers need to catch up. A lot of you artists need to catch up. Did you hear that? Album,
working.
20 tracks, multiple singles, music videos, video editing, content creating. Jesus Christ!
And I'm ready. And then I even have the video I'm probably gonna show you. That's probably gonna come either before or after the album. So I definitely have a lot of like songs for the album, a lot of videos for the album, and videos after. And I have a lot of actually, I gotta go to the studio again this week. I have 2 more singles I'm about to record as well.
Damn, working. When do you sleep?
Oh man, I don't. I think I run on 3-4 hours of sleep each day. Well, that's not because of the music either, but it's just because I'll be saying
it's life.
Yeah,
it's life.
Life in general.
All right, well, you guys heard it first. Now shout out where they can find you at, follow you at, how they can support you. The floor is yours, big dog.
On Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook, even Facebook. Please on that as well, because I used to be active as fuck on that one. The Official AE. Go check it out. YouTube, SoundCloud, every platform. On Instagram, it's The Official _AE. So you definitely, once you just type those in, I pop it right away. My head looking like this.
Damn. Even gave you the visual.
Yeah, I did the visual. A little profile photo. Hold on, I got to do with the shades. My profile like this.
Damn.
But yeah, you know what I mean? But coming
for
real
those
soon.
of you that didn't get it the first time.
They get a second time.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate it. Got Mark the Franchise. Shout him out, bro. He really doing it.
I appreciate that.
Doing a podcast, doing visuals, doing content. Yeah, I see him. He's working. You have a lot of shows. I'm trying to be on your level on shows.
I appreciate it, for real,
but shout out Mark the franchise. You know, shout out to the fam, always supporting. You know what I mean? Absolutely. I really appreciate you helping me on this podcast.
Yeah, I appreciate you being here. Like I said, it was an honor for me. I'm inspired by you.
Shit, man.
I want to keep, you know, this brotherhood we got. I want to keep it going until the wheels fall off.
For life. Until my last breath.
I appreciate it, for real. You guys heard it here first, live and direct. My homeboy, the official AE, has so much coming out. Please follow. Please support. You already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, repost, tag, smash that notification.
Smash it.
Obliterate everything else we got going on. You already know. Again, I'm your homeboy, Mark the franchise. This is my boy, the official AE.
Yes, sir. You know Marquis.
This is the In House Convo, and we are out. Good night.
Let's go.